How is your fundraiser going this year? If it's anything less than amazing, it's time to talk to Shawn Murphy at FanPledge. No product to sell, nothing to deliver, and guaranteed results. Raise at least 10% more than your current donation based fundraiser, or it's free. Fun, fast, proven. Call Shawn at 903-948-7348. FanPledge. The champions are already on board. Are you? Band Yap is proudly sponsored by Troubadour Consultants. When it comes to planning group travel for your fine arts program, look no further than Troubadour Consultants. Whether you're organizing a major out of state trip or need top notch accommodations for the state marching contest, John Mize and his team are ready to create a custom travel experience that meets your band's unique needs. As a family owned, band director run company, Troubadour understands exactly what it takes to make your trip stress free and seamless. Plus, when you book a trip with Troubadour, they will sponsor a $500 college scholarship for a student in your band. Directors who book will also receive a free Mollard baton as a special thank you. Visit troubadourconsultants.com today to start planning your next trip with the experts who truly get it.
Joe, you're like the all-American band director. Like
What?
Rolling up on his Harley.
Yeah, you know what? I have this eagle tattoo, and I ride Harleys.
Like, you practice for so long on this 7 to 7.5 to 8 minute performance, and like watching it come to life is just incredible. You have an array of students from all these different types of backgrounds, but that out there on the field and they put on that uniform, it's like it's one unit just marching, playing. It's just incredible.
Hello and welcome back to Band Yap. My name is Alexa Sanchez.
And I'm Jose Sanchez.
And today we are taking a stroll with Joe Walker. Hi, Joe.
Hi, everyone.
So, Joe, I got to ask you this. How many tattoos do you actually have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
5 tattoos?
5.
Can you describe these tattoos in detail?
Yeah. So my first one, I'll just go in chronological order. My very first one, we had to, my brother, sister, and I got it at the same time. That was actually the only way we were able to get a tattoo, is if we all did it at the same time. I think I was 21, and it's a Trinity knot under my left arm. Yeah, it's a Trinity knot under my left arm for my brother, my sister, and myself. And it's just, it's a Trinity knot, just like,
yeah. Did you all have to do it like a pact so that way your parents weren't going to murder all of you at the same time?
Well, no, we got permission from our parents to do it. Like, that was kind of like what kind of got it was my dad. It was what got my dad like on board. He's, he was military, just like, nope, you are not doing that to your body. And then we were like, this is what we're doing. It's meaningful. So we got that one. And then I think a year later, I got a tattoo under my right arm that says Carpe Diem, seize the day. And that's still like kind of very true of like how I live my life. It's, it seems a little cheesy, nowadays looking back on it 14, 15 years ago. But I still love it. And then I got an eagle. What's that called? Like a shoulder cap, like a half,
Half
it's
sleeve?
like on my, it's not a full sleeve, but yeah, like a half sleeve on my left arm. And then, a few years ago, my entire family, minus my dad. So my mom, my sister, my brother, and myself, got the breast cancer awareness tattoo, on our bodies. That one, I knew that one was coming. That was the only surprise tattoo. I knew it was coming. I went home for Christmas break, and they were like, yo, hey, we're going to the tattoo shop. We're getting a tattoo. What? Like, oh, yeah, okay, all right, here we go. And boom, like an hour later, there was a tattoo on my arm. So
Nice.
So I've seen the eagle. The eagle's pretty impressive.
very proud of the eagle tattoo.
You sounded a little
That
jealous.
one,
A little bit jealous.
man, that was a whole experience. 2 full days. Like, I think the first day I was, they call it sitting, like, in the chair, like actually getting work done from like 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then the next day we started at, I think like 1 p.m. and we finished around 10 p.m. It was intense. But man, the work is incredible. The work is incredible. Like I could not recommend. It's Sinner's Tattoo Company over in the Dallas area. Like, not paid by any means, but go there. They're
I think
incredible.
I think I've heard of them before.
I think so too. Yeah, because I've seen you like rock the sleeveless, and I'm like, that's a nice
Mhm.
tattoo, man. I don't have any myself. Just
I'm
partially, I know you're a little surprised.
No, I'm just glad that you're admiring Joe's sleeveless arms.
Yeah, I know that they're nicely shaped, but the energy through this podcast is very. But I've never got it. I've always thought about getting one. We used to watch.
You've talked about that for
Yeah,
a long time.
we used to watch Ink Master.
You
at
still
length.
watch clips of
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I just like I know that a lot of it's staged, but like the artistry that those guys like,
Mhm.
and those people do.
I'm so scared. I would be so scared to do something like
Yeah,
that.
it's just like it's so impressive.
Yes.
And like
On like a moving target, basically.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's band directing except with permanent ink.
You're permanently inking someone's life.
Yes.
Making an impact.
I mean, but like
Well, that's a good line. I like that.
Yeah. It's the artistry thing is always so impressive to me in what they can do with like how the human body reacts to that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
just like
You
the
can have like an
detail.
involuntary twitch, like the both of them underneath my arms, like, make you tense up. And then you look in the line is perfect. You're like, how are you doing that? Yeah, no, I agree. It's wild. Like, and also like when they start shading, you know, the ink is just kind of pooling up around it, but they're still able to get like and see everything. They wipe it away and then it gets cut and then they wipe it away. But like, man, it ends up perfect. I don't know. It's impressive.
Is there a reason why you got the eagle?
Yes. So when I was in college, I was in like I joined the army myself. I did 3 years in the army, and then my favorite band piece of all time is an American Elegy by Frank Kelly. So it's kind of a like just like a meld of both of those things, both of those like really important like aspects of my life. That's kind of where that one came from.
Well, can you tell us why American Elegy is like your favorite band piece?
Well, there's an emotional tie to it. This actually, there's like an American Elegy is kind of like at a city, like a central point of like the biggest decision of my life. Um, when I was a junior in high school, um, my our assistant band director at the time, his name's Jared Sabatasso. He passed out this piece and talked about it. We read it, and then like the next rehearsal or maybe the second rehearsal after that. Um, he took time to really talk about the piece, um, and like dive into the background of it. He sung for us. He explained his experience with the piece playing it at the Missouri, um, the All-State like collegiate, the all like they Missouri does like a combined like All-State college
Oh,
band. And so they did that with a choir, but it's him talking about the piece, and you could see his like emotion like really start to come through. It moved me. Like, I mean, like I had this moment of this is it. Like this is it. I want to help other people feel the way that I do about this. Um, I want to like help students like understand more about like what music is about and why we do this thing. Like it's a lot, like what we do is a lot, but like that moment seeing him express and talk and like pull these emotions out of me as a junior in high school, like a junior boy in high school, and a percussionist at that, like playing a suspended cymbal part on an American Elegy. It impacted me like in a big way. Um, and like my whole outlook on music changed like in that moment. I no longer was bored whenever we played lyrical pieces. I was no longer just messing around like doing this or that. I mean, like I was fully invested, and it was just that 5 minutes that he took to talk about the piece. It changed everything.
No.
Yeah.
And that's like always a thing with like balancing the moments of being vulnerable with your students and actually and like diving into like the musical content. And I think you get the best performances and the best moments when you take the time to do that, and just being willing to take that time and being taking, taking the risk to show like, hey, this is like, I'm not just a band director who gets after you because you're, playing out of tune or you're not holding that
Hmm.
French horn correctly, or hey, percussionist, stop throwing the sticks into the ceiling.
Right. Right. Right.
I mean, but that's. I mean, we all, I think, as band directors, felt that at some point in time. Hopefully,
Hmm.
and hopefully, we had a band director at some point in time do that for us. That like made us connect with not just like the music, but with them as people, and then like
Yeah.
inspire
Yeah.
us to want to do that for others.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, that's a great story. So, Joe, we're here to talk more about you, and you're not a native Texan.
I am not.
The
No,
word
I'm
is out.
not.
Oh man, we're gonna have to. We won't
All
hold
right.
it
Well, it was a
against.
pleasure talking to y'all. We'll see you later.
So, Joe, can you tell us more about yourself, your education, teaching experience, everything that is great about Joe Walker?
Yeah. So I actually was born in Texas. So there's
Okay,
that.
okay, all right, all right.
Um,
Oh, I got a story. I know some people who have like literally taken Texas soil, like when they left to go, and whenever they had their children, put the soil underneath like the bed, so that way their children can be born
man.
on Texas soil.
Wow. You let him get 5 words in before you told that story.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I mean, that's the important part, right? I was born in Texas. There you go. What
Yeah.
Yeah,
happened
no,
the
you're
next,
Texan. All right, yeah.
the next, 2 decades,
People
whatever.
people started listening again after you said that.
um, yeah. So born in Texas, Wichita Falls. My dad was in the my dad was in the military. He was stationed at Shepherd Air Force Base, right outside of Wichita Falls, and then he relocated up to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which is where I spent my life growing up. Just there's a town just outside of there, Waynesville. That's where I went K through 12. Went to Waynesville High School. Obviously, did band. I did choir, art. I wish I would have done choir in college. Honestly, you look back on that, and you're like, man, why didn't I do that? But um, so yeah, and then I went to school, college in Springfield, Missouri, in the southwest side of Missouri at Missouri State University. Um, Graduated, so I was a December graduate. Um, and then, October, November of that time, I started applying for jobs all over Texas, and ended up moving down to Godley. This was my first job down here in Texas, and that's kind of where I've been ever since.
So, you're a percussionist by trade. Do you have a secondary instrument that you prefer?
Yeah, well, so actually in sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, I played the saxophone. I my beginning band, I was on alto sax. Seventh and eighth grade, I did Barry sax and jazz band and band. But that is not the secondary instrument that I claim. I can still pick it up and play it well. I think I consider it well. My high school students are definitely better than me, though. Um, but baritone, trombone, and tuba, I would say, are my strongest secondary instruments. Um, Especially once I took over the program here and had a percussion director. I was no longer teaching percussion directly. um, I did the beginning low brass class for 3 years. And then I think I mean, doing beginning, teaching the beginning band, you're that for that first semester, you're hanging on, you're learning as quickly as you can, especially, from the percussion standpoint, my percussion background. But then I mean, it just kind of clicked. I guess, like, I don't know. But I found that I really, really enjoyed it. I love the trombone and I love tuba. Any chance I get, I play, and especially tuba. I really, really enjoy playing tuba, and I think I've gotten fairly good at it. I can play like our region etudes and like help the kids practice and do that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, low brass. I guess I would say is that was a really long answer for for that
No,
question,
you're
but
great. You're great.
here
I
we
mean, we're
are.
here to yap. If I would have known you were a percussionist, I honestly would have said you would play trumpet.
Oh, hmm.
That's wrong. I
Yeah,
would have said trombone.
really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel, and this is not an insult. This is not an insult. But
No, it's fine.
you give off like a little bit of the trumpet energy. Like you're confident in what you do, and this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to do it this way.
That's so insulting.
That is
just
not
kidding. It's a
insulting.
joke. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
I'm okay with it.
kidding.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Because I know I exude tuba energy because I'm one, a large man. Two, because anytime there's any type of rehearsal for anyone else, I wreck the rehearsal.
That is true. My tuba players though that I teach are like by no means the personality though to like wreck the rehearsal.
Yeah.
My trumpet players are. My tuba players no.
Yeah. Sorry. Those I teach both those classes, so like, ooh, my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
He said, "Ooh, my bad."
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it is his fault.
I've been because like I mean tuba players there's two ways. They're either in the quiet, they're in the back, they're quiet, they do what they're supposed to do, or you get that one tuba player who has just a little bit too much personality, who can like
Mm,
it's like that trombone player. There's a trombone player that does the same thing.
there's always at least one of them.
Yeah, I don't know
Always.
if we really have that this year.
A trombone
You have
player?
trombone player that will wreck a rehearsal.
I've got two this year. I've got two. But you love them.
The
Yeah,
ones
yeah, they're great. They're great, but like
the ones in my like junior high band are not. They're very reserved.
yeah, like I don't. It's kind of weird because like we've had some larger than life personalities in the trombone section, and then this year like they're still very large personalities, but they're not ones to like cause a stir in
No.
rehearsal,
No.
which is like a blessing and a
That's
curse.
new.
Yeah, that's new.
And those are our and I love them to death, but our upper woodwinds, like I call it the flute giggles, but it's now kind of expanded into the woodwind giggles. And that it's not anything, like our flutes are awesome. Like we'll get done with the rep and they're at standby, but like they get a second and it's like explode and I'm like, whoa, how did you went from 0 to 100? Like I don't know. And then the rehearsal's now like all the way like off on like left field. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. But like I was definitely that tuba player that would wreck a rehearsal. If I just like yeah, but with the rest of the band staff, because like I have to do a lot of paperwork, if I come out of the office, I draw a lot of attention to myself, and sometimes not on purpose, and then every now and then on purpose. I've been known to strut around the band hall with an American flag draped across my shoulder.
Yeah, in my rehearsal. Thanks a lot for that, by the
You're
way.
welcome. What were you playing? Fanfare Americana?
Did that just happen? Like, is this a recent thing?
No, it happened like probably like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it's like every now and then I just like I have to strut a little bit.
And was it like the flag that's like, pink and has your face on it?
No. It was
I have a
that's-
video of it. I can send it
it's
to
the
you.
small it's the like the small hand.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
And I'm just like toting it around, just like draped over my shoulder. The kids are like
They
I'm
were
like-
so confused. They didn't know if it was like they were like, should we laugh or
this is called discipline, students. Discipline.
I don't know that like
yeah, you were testing them. That's it. Yeah, you were testing them.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, focus. This
But
is
I
a
don't know if
focus
they thought it was
exercise.
that funny at first.
It's a focus exercise. What if the lights go out in the middle of their performance?
They're not going to be able to see their music because we don't play on tablets. So
Yeah, true.
hopefully
no
they've
personal
really
devices.
committed it to memory.
So Joe, when did you serve in the army? Military. Sorry, I didn't want to.
It was Army.
He said Army.
It was 2009 to 2012. Simultaneous. So I was in ROTC and I enlisted at the same time. So it was the simultaneous membership program through the National Guard in Missouri.
There's like a thing with band directors and being in the military because you're not the first band director that we've met that has been in the military.
Oh. I mean, I loved every second of it. I would sign up again in a heartbeat.
Because Mark Nicholson
Huh?
served. I
Mhm.
think Austin Snow over at North
Yeah,
Lamar,
Oh,
I
he
really?
think so.
served.
I didn't know that.
Ben Keltner is another one that served, and he just won 3A honor band over at Raymondville.
Wow.
So, like, there's been like some really, really successful band directors that have served in the military. So, thank you for your service, Joe.
Yeah, that was my pleasure. My pleasure.
So, so going so what was different about like the Missouri programs in comparison to the Texas programs?
Oh, well, I mean, okay, so, people say, like, band is band. That's true. Like, I will say that. Like, our teachers loved us, everything was great. Um, the one thing that was the biggest shock to me, um, is the amount of support, and not just, like, from, like, a "you get money," but, like, the amount of support as a whole that band programs get in Texas. And it looked like from like even 2A, 1A programs that I've seen visited, all the way up through 6A. Um, band is special in Texas. The amount of staff members that programs have. A school our size, like, and I say our godly, a school our size in Missouri, would have one director and maybe one director teaching band and choir. That is the normal. Um, and that's it, at that point, it's just more about like what are we doing for the students to me. And I don't understand. I don't really understand it. One thing I've kind of always said, is like to me it seems like, and maybe it might have been my dad or my mom that even said this, is that I do think that Texas band is so big. And please, like no one like listening to the podcast, don't come for me for saying this. This is Joe Walker's opinion and his alone. Is that like Friday Night Lights are so big in Texas. I do think that that plays into part of the reason of why band programs are so awesome and supported down here. Again, that's just Joe Walker's opinion, but like I do think that that has a portion to play into it. Um, so like us, in Godly having a staff of 5 full time, and then our color guard director, would just be unheard of. Like that's the biggest thing to me. That was the biggest change, was coming down and seeing so much staff, so much like hands-on experience, like for staff being able to teach the students. And man, it blew my mind. And I like that was one of the bigger things for me was getting used to that idea. Having percussion directors, being a percussionist, that was I was like, oh, like I'm applying for a percussion job. That's cool. Like it's not unheard of in Missouri. Like that's true. There are programs in the metroplexes, Kansas City and St. Louis. I think a couple in the Springfield area. But like, percussion directors in like where I went to college, they were us. They were the college students, like coming out and doing that. But there are some programs in Missouri that definitely have full staff percussion directors, and those bands rock. Man, they're good. They're real, real good. But it doesn't seem like it's as like depth. Like there's not like a full depth across the state like there is down here.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I'm gonna echo your sentiment about band like, in relation to football. And people want to come after me. Fine, come after me. Um, but I tell the kids, I go, "Your this program and the marching bands wouldn't be as big if high school football wasn't as big, like one hundred
Yes.
percent."
Yeah.
I mean, we've been fortunate enough, and I don't know about you, how your homecoming works, but for us, we used to do homecoming pregame, okay, and I absolutely hated it,
Mhm.
and because
Like
halftime,
like when you say pregame, like you march your show before.
Mhm.
yes,
Okay.
so we would do a pregame like performance because the homecoming court took up halftime,
Yeah.
our side
Yeah.
of halftime, and I decided I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna talk. We're going post game. I'm like, we are going to march after the game. So that way we can take a little bit of our time. We won't do the school song. And, which was like a hot topic for a second, but we found a nice medium. But the football team stayed behind. They didn't go in. They kicked everybody off the field, and we started doing it post game. And so we'd take our time, and the football team would go to this track and like take a knee and watch the band perform. And the first time we did it, I was like, man, people are going to start leaving and doing all this kind of stuff. About 90% of the stands stayed. And
That's awesome.
it was just about the band, and the football team was there, and like it was just like a nice moment, and I was like pleasantly surprised because I just didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't want my kids performing for you know an empty stadium. And
Yeah.
what was actually nice is that during halftime, what do a lot of people go do? They go to the restroom, they go to the concession stand, but everybody was like still and attentive. And the football team actually had an opportunity to see the things that we're trying to do. And like I said, trying to do. And it was just like a nice moment. And how often does that happen places? Like we might complain sometimes as Texas band directors, oh, we have to go to every single football game. And I have some friends who are in other states are like, oh, we only go to the home games.
Yeah,
Or like
that's how Missouri is. Yeah.
yeah, but like at the same time, like what kind of experience are we robbing students of? Because some of my favorite memories were like on the band bus over to to the football games, or like hanging out with my friends on this trip, or doing this and that, and that was an experience. And like that's why the West Texas folk are so tight, because for them to go to a football game, it's a 3-hour trip one direction and 3 hours back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I will fully support you in that comment, because I think it's true. That's just the way it is. Band is big in Texas because football is big in Texas. And we were just able to use that as a trampoline or catapult to do what we do
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah. I'm glad that I'm glad that you think similarly. It's not, and I've said it, out loud before. I just, whether that's the reason or not, that's what I think. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that you said that about your homecoming performance. Like we are actually changing this year to doing ours post game.
Oh yeah.
We've
So the thing we do, because we don't play the school song at the very end, is that the football team and the band get together and we sing the
oh
after the performance.
oh okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's like
Okay,
the football team comes
I'm
onto
gonna
the field, and the
I'm gonna write
band
that down.
they mesh together, and they sing we sing the alma mater together, and like everybody in the stands starts standing up, and we sing it all together, and it's like, this is cool.
That's a really special moment. That's really
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Good for you. That's really incredible. Good. Yeah, that's great.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you several questions throughout this pod, but like I know you are a master at band culture or in school spirit. Where did that come from?
Okay. That's that's a great question. I cannot take um I cannot take full credit for this. I believe so the gentleman that hired me, his name is Jeff Henry. Um he now owns and operates the Bandwagon Music Store and Repair, and the Orion Instruments.
I didn't know that was
And
him.
yeah, that's Jeff Henry. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. He is you want to talk about a master at that. That's Jeff Henry. Um, so whenever I came into this program, there was a lot of that culture and like, this is what we do, this is who we are. There has been a lot of that kind of instilled in Godly. Um, I also did a lot of work, as far as like the relationship with the school goes, because that's part of the culture as well of, from mentors that, told me like, know these people, meet these people, regularly talk to these people, like really trying to build those relationships, um, and ensuring that, we have like a really great working relationship, with the school, with the community. So that was part of it. But again, the groundwork was laid. So I mean, shout out Jeff Henry, for really laying that groundwork. What we did, and like this current team that we have now, um, every year from the high school standpoint, every year we set our expectations, our goals, um, and like our standard, like every year. We do that as first us and the leadership team, and then the leadership team, us being the directors in the band. We talk about it and we hash it out, and we're not done until we're done. And it doesn't matter how much time that takes. And I don't mean a goal like, I'm not talking about we're going to get, 12th place at so and so contest, or we're going to shoot for advancing to here and here. No, I mean, like, what are the small details? What are the important things that are the stepping stones so where you can see like success? Um, so we do that together, because one thing that we preach, and my students hear me say this all the time, is that it is not my band program. It is not like Joe Walker. Absolutely not. It is the Godly Band program. I'm just blessed to be the person like in charge. Like in charge, like being like the director. It is the students' band program. We, the directors, are here like on a lease, getting to rent this program and like, take it out for a test drive. We have ownership in it for sure. We have our goals, but we really empower the students to be the ones that are in charge. And it starts with our leadership team. It starts with the drum majors, the section leaders, the equipment managers, everyone. Just really empowering them to take ownership in the program. Once we really started doing that, that was 6, 7 years ago. I think that's when we started seeing that family atmosphere, like the pride and ownership, like really. And I'm going to touch really on the ownership of the program. That's when we saw it start to explode. Our drum majors run the rehearsal, and I think quite a few band programs do that nowadays. But we, like, it's very student led. It's so student led that I think that they just truly feel the ownership. At least that's my hope, is that they feel the ownership in the program. Um, and then going back to this, our administration is just awesome. I mean, and I'll shout this from the rooftops. Like, I'm so proud to work in Godly. Before I had my superintendent's kiddos in band, we were at the region marching contest, and he would come to at least bare minimum one marching contest in every single one of our concerts throughout the year. And that's not just band. He is like a Godly through and through. He goes to everything. He was there at the region marching contest at Springtown, and he was like, "Joe, what do you need?" Like, what? And I'm like, "Nah, man, this is a machine. Like, we're running. You can go have a seat. Like, enjoy the show." And he's like, "Nah, I want to." He's like high fiving students, and getting it, like, and they all know him. And the next thing I look over, and he's pushing a vibraphone out to get it set. I mean, he was down there pushing instruments, like getting everything set up. That was our superintendent. I mean, he's just awesome. And like that bleeds. That's everyone, like from our superintendent down, like all the way through our administration. Everyone is the exact same way. I'm blessed. Like, truly, it's a really incredible place.
Yeah, you just had a whole bunch of band directors throw rocks at you from a
Yeah.
distance.
All right.
But like that also wouldn't be happening if you weren't doing your part and your staff wasn't doing your part. You know, we all know this as public servants. The people you work with make or break the experience for both you and
Yeah.
your students, whoever. I mean, how many
Yeah.
times have you heard like band directors or people or coaches or whoever just complain about like upper admin?
Right.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
what's the reason people leave the job?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it yeah, I mean, you're right. I just oh, and you talk about people throwing rocks. I mean, we I just, man, we're lucky. We're lucky here in Godly. And you're right. I mean, it's I was talking about me and like what we have. I mean, it's this team. For like everyone we have here, and they're all bought in. Oh, you know what? And here's another just like little small example of like, the team like being bought in. Um our sixth grade director, and assistant middle school director, Noah Hancock, approached us this year. We're talking about culture, and he was like, "Hey," and he got this from a clinic, so thank you, like whoever, um, like wherever he got this from. But like, we now have the Godly Band Way. So like Godly ISD has like 7 pillars that were built, like, that is like that were built upon, like it's the foundation, and we tied that into the Godly Band program. And I know our athletics department does this now. Like we have this, like, this is who we are, and it's clearly defined. We presented it, we tweaked it with our students, and now like every week we'll post out like, hey, these are the Godly Band, like this is who embodies, like the Godly Band students. And that, I just went off on something else entirely without
Oh,
like,
no, you're great. That's
without you.
great. Yeah, I think that's a Taylor Williamson,
It
and
is.
yeah, that's a Taylor
The
Williamson.
Wiley way.
Yeah, the Wiley
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, no, that's it. Absolutely. Yes. So thank you, Taylor and Wiley staff. Like, y'all are awesome. It works, everyone. Like, the kids love it.
And that's like we steal stuff from one another. Like you know what? S- There's only so many different ways the wheel can be reinvented.
Yeah, what's original anymore, And but like with that though, I mean, these like Taylor and his like crew, like, presenting about this stuff. I mean, that's why they do it. It's like, hey, we found this. It worked. I'm going to share it with everyone that I possibly can. And hopefully you can make it your own and it works with you. I mean, how incredible are we, like, to be in this profession where you have like what look, I mean, if you were to go up to Brent Biscup and like start asking him questions, you know what he would do? He would stop, and he would have a conversation with you, and he would share every single like nugget of wisdom that he has, because that's who, like, we are in this profession. I love it. I think that we're so blessed to like be surrounded by everyone that wants to just help people. I mean, look at y'all, like what you're doing with this podcast. You're getting to chat with people and share all of these like nuggets that maybe they wouldn't share at TMEA or whatever. It's just absolutely incredible. Like, I love it. I'm always so proud of like the band director community. I think everyone just wants to lift each other up, and I think it's the coolest thing ever.
Well, like, what other profession really does that? Like, I mean, coaches do it to a certain degree, but they're
To a
too busy.
degree. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're always too busy trying to beat each other, and that's like
Right.
they're like, oh, no, no. And there's only certain things that you can do in like a football setting. Like, you can't coach size. That's something that's like,
Right.
you're like,
Right.
that offensive lineman right there. All of them weigh over 250. My defensive lineman weighs $175. Like,
Soaking wet.
yeah, like there's
Like,
nothing you can do it. But like every single kid that walks through our doors, we can teach them something, and
hmm
we can make them
yeah.
part of the team in some type
You,
of way. And
yeah.
like, what other profession does that?
Yeah. You meet them where they are,
Yeah,
that's
and
what you
then
do.
yeah, that's so special. So, Joe, why band?
Why band? Oh man. Like band as a profession? Is that kind of what you mean?
Well, let me. I'm going to ask you this in a couple different ways. Why band for you? What made you do the band?
Oh man. Well, so it started with that story I shared earlier with my assistant director in American Elegy. That's kind of what peaked, like that's what really started that. Um, so that kind of became like my centralizing, like, why. It's is to like to help reach students like on a different level. And this is nothing against like all like my math teachers, like nothing against them, but like I think what we get to do is really, really special. So like that kind of became like my centralized, like, why. It's like I think that we've been given a gift, like us, like as directors, as students, as performers, and like our gift, like my why is being able to share that gift with the world. Nothing brings people together like music. Nothing. It's a universal language. It's something that everyone can understand. You may not be able to perform it, you may not be able to sing it, but you can enjoy it, and everyone loves it. It does, and it could be rock, like rock, rap, hip hop, reggae. I mean, it could be anything. Like, there's some type of music that you love. So I love that. On on the teaching side of it, um, band, I mean, man, it's those light bulb moments. It's working and this like with our middle school non-varsity group or our high school varsity ensemble. It could be like a tough passage or something whenever it like locks in for the first time, whether it's like whatever. And you like you all and everyone listening, that face that I'm talking about. With like, oh, man, what is more exciting than that? Like than watching someone work so hard towards something, and like they get that. I mean, like, that is incredible. You know, the with our marching bands, watching them work so hard and then get to that tough grind, um like that is like where we are kind of like right now. You're in like late August. They haven't really gotten the why yet, but they're still showing up and they're still working hard. They're still working towards this common thing, like this common goal that is marching band. And then they hit that first football game. And like, I don't know about y'all, but like our band lights up at football game. And well, and you know what? Like Jose, like we have played Gatesville before. Like I know your group does. Like it's a great time out there, like it's so like whenever they experience that, like especially those freshmen, like you mentioned you had like 50 freshmen this year. Were their faces after that first football game not the coolest thing on the face of the planet? Like
We stop me if I'm wrong. And for us, we always have the senior complaint. Okay. And tell me if you've heard this. Mr. Sanchez, the freshmen just don't care.
mm.
They just don't get it. And it always comes from the senior class every single year. I'm like, guys, they're showing up. They're
Yeah,
here. They care. They just don't quite get it yet.
they don't know yet. They don't
Yes.
know yet.
I go
Yeah.
like, and stop me if I'm wrong. You probably experienced this as well. And I just like almost every single other band director, you get into summer band and you're working and you're working and you're working. And then it's super hot outside and everybody stinks and you're sweaty and you look at each other and like, ooh, I don't like you. And then they look around and go, ooh, I don't like that person either. And then you get to the first football game and then everything's great again. And
Yep.
yeah, you get to the first football game, and then September happens, and then
You get hot and you get sweaty.
and I don't like
Man,
that person.
no,
I saw
it's
Billy
true.
Bob. I seen Billy Bob kissing that girl over there, and I don't like that girl, so now I don't like Billy Bob. Ooh, and then you get your first marching contest, and everything's great.
And everything is great again. Yeah. So it's not just the godly band that goes through that. Good. All right, man. You just made me feel better. No, it's so true. Like that's what I mean, but like the most important thing there is like they still show up. Right? Like, they're hot, they're tired. They have to study for that physics exam that they've got tomorrow and it's, 7:15, 7:30 p.m. on a Monday and they're like, I've got an exam tomorrow, but they're there. They're marching, sets 7 to 8 for the 15th time in a row and they're like, like what I need to go do this, but they're there. They're working hard, they're digging in. Man, the grit is just like you can't help but like give them a high five when they're done. Um, yeah, man, it's everything. It's everything about it. Like I think like what we get to do, we're so fortunate. And I didn't think that way like whenever I first got into it. It definitely made me realize, wow, all of these people working so hard towards one common thing. Like you practice for so long on this um 7 to 7.5 to 8 minute performance and like watching it come to life is just incredible. You have an array of students from all these different types of backgrounds, but that out there on the field and they put on that uniform, it's like it's one unit just marching, playing their like it's just incredible. Like how awesome is that? Like it's the best thing and it's the best thing in the world
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, like how many other people work on something with that type of longevity and like quote unquote don't see the same result, because like I love football, I love basketball, I love all these sports, but like they're at the end of a game, you know who has won and who has lost. And at the end of a performance, it's not who has won, who has lost. It's like, how did I perform against myself?
Yeah. Amen.
And
Amen.
that's such a hard thing to teach and for people to appreciate and value, especially teenagers who on any given day are just a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And, teaching them to understand the subjectivity, like, the subjective side of it, like that's tough too. It is like and I think, TMAA, BOA, US bands have done a really good job of cleaning up the sheets and, like making it much more like, but there still is a level of, there is part of it that's out of their control. If you can get your students to that level of, whenever you're done, you've played your last note and your instruments come down to your side and you're just staring, right? Are you happy? Like, are you pleased with yourself and your performance? If you are, you won. Like Jose, you come up to like our area, you compete and y'all like done very, very well. It's not an easy area, right? Like if you base it off of like what your placement is going to be, and of course, do we want to place well? Do we want our kids to like see that like that satisfaction? Yeah, absolutely. But we like our program. I'm proud of our band. I think that they're pretty good. Like I really do. Like I'm very proud of them. But I'm way proud to like be in our area competing with these like incredible groups. To submit like OPS recordings. We did that for the first time, and like to see the kids' reactions, like they love it. Like they love it. And are they hurt for a second? Yes. But a few days later when they watch the video, they're like, "Man, look at that." Like, "Okay, you won. You won. Like you understand. You did the right thing. Like y'all are awesome. Good job."
Yeah. Like the other day, there was a kid who we in our show was like doing something weird. And I just watched him. I go, I figured out what you're doing. You stepped off on the right foot when you were going to the left. Why were you stepping? You're making this difficult for yourself. Do this, this, this. And then the very next rep, he got it and he went, and I could see him like have this like really, oh, I got it. And I was like, that was it. Thank you. Thank you. Now continue doing
That's
that.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's those moments. It's those moments that like, yeah, that's why. That's why. Like that's absolutely 100% it.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a student, I'd like to pick on my kids every now and then. I don't do it all the time, but I have permission from this one student's mother. She was at our band booster meeting and she was like, you need to pick on my son. You just need to let him have it. And I'm like, are you sure? She goes, oh yeah, I graduated from this band program. Let him have it. I'm like, so okay. So we're on our practice lot and he's like looking straight down, like looking at for dots. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm like, hey, dude, like you can't do that. I go, you have to get your head up. You got to use the people around you to help gauge you, doing that kind of stuff. And he's wearing his baseball hat backwards and he has a snapback. And so he has this poof of hair that's coming out the front. I go, you're looking like a quail right now. You know what the quails do? They go. "Urr." I go, that's how they get all the ladies. "Urr." I go, like, I need you to get your quail, they'll poof up and get all the ladies. "Urr." And so, like, it became a thing for like the rest of rehearsal. And so, like, people, like, some of our kids who keep to themselves were like, they walked by him and they were like, and like he I'm like,
Own it. Own it.
yeah.
This
And
is your
so
thing now.
yeah, there's and he's a football player, and there's a there's another football player in front of him. I go, you need the next person in front of you, and the kid turns around, he goes, nope, not me, don't me. I'm like, what? So it became a whole entire thing. And of course, when I start leaving the band hall today, he's outside the field house. And so I make a point to stop my car, and there's two ladies next to him. And I roll down my window and I go, and just leave. And he's all like, he kind of has to explain it to the girls he's next to now.
Oh my gosh.
And so
Oh
I don't,
man.
that's going to haunt him for the rest of his high school career. But like he took off his hat and his hair was still standing straight up like a
He's just
quail.
got
Like,
that perfect like
yeah, the
mm.
cowlick thing. Yeah, it was great. It was a great moment for me. I was really happy about that one. I don't do that very often, but I had him. Those are the things that keep on giving back. This is the reason why we teach.
And it gives back forever. Or at least
Yes,
for the
yeah,
season. At least
yeah,
for the
for the
season.
yeah, at least for the season. So, were you the best musician in your band?
Uh yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Um I do. And I think it's I mean, I worked harder than everybody else. I was a nerd for sure. I started taking so I took lessons okay, if I wasn't, I would say top 3 for sure. Um but uh I played saxophone 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. In 8th grade, I told my parents I wanted to join the high school drum line. They came up after the football game, and they started playing their cadences and all that stuff, and I was like, "That's it, mom. That's what I want to do. That's it right there." Uh, so they talked to the high school director about like switching, and he said, "You need to start taking lessons to switch. If you want to switch, you need to take lessons." Okay, sign me up. Um, so I started taking lessons, and my private lessons teacher, shout out Carol Helbel up in Missouri. Man, she made you want to work. I mean, she really had that ability to like, you will not show up to a lesson unprepared. Like you will not do that. You will not. Like she really taught work ethic. And so I started working and I started practicing a bunch. So I ended up I made the Missouri All State Band my sophomore, junior, and senior year, and and then like during my junior year I was practicing to start the drum corps audition thing. I mean, I just jumped all in on it, and I practiced a lot my junior year, um starting in about July-ish. I want to say I was probably practicing 3 hours a day, way more than I practiced in college. I'm sorry, Dr. Cameron. Like, I'm sorry. I wish I can go back and change it now, but man, I just practiced a bunch. So I think I was. I think I was. Um, but I don't know. You'd have to ask my band directors. I've never asked that question before.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes you just kind of look around. You're like, I know, and that's totally okay. And then
Man,
there's some people who are like, no, I definitely was not because so and so is now in a military band, and I am a band director.
well, so that's the thing. Is like we had some talent in Waynesville, and like I made the all-state band more than other people, but I don't think it was necessarily me like being like the best. I practiced for that audition a lot more. Even in my class and the couple classes before me. I mean, man, that program was good. Like really, really good. Like our marching band was like it was not the focus of the program, but like the jazz band and the concert band. Whew, man, that group was on fire for
Well,
sure.
there are some groups that's not their forte. That's not what they're about. And they pride themselves in a different venue. I mean, I've seen schools who have like not done well in marching contests and then been in honor band finals.
Yeah, yeah,
And
for
it's just
sure.
like what? And it's that's just not where they're going to put their eggs.
Mhm.
And that's totally fine because like once again, like if the experience of the students is better suited for the concert band season, great, do that. If it's suited for the marching band season, great, do that. Like, and you can do both really, really well. It just depends like what your forte is as a director and where you put your value in as an educator.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So, like, isn't that such a funny thing? Like, in almost any other area, is if you are bad at something, you need to have one-on-one help. But if you want to get really if you're good, you seek out private lessons. You
Yeah.
know?
I see a lot of I feel like a lot of like kids that play specifically baseball do that. Like even if they're not maybe trying to get like recruited or something like that, a lot of like the little league kids, they might be good at something or like pitching or whatever, and they get a pitching coach. But
It's very specific. It's like
yeah,
us, like QBs are like that.
yeah,
QBs,
I guess it, and
pitchers.
just like with music too, it just like depends on how serious you are about that. Like if you
Yeah.
want to be an elite QB, like yeah, of course you're gonna have like a coach
But like if it was math and somebody goes like, you need a private lesson
because you're
teacher for
so good at
math.
it, and you'd be like Sheldon Cooper or something.
Yeah, it's mostly because like you need help.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like we wanna pass. We wanna
Yes.
pass this.
Yes. Yeah,
That
it's
is
just
funny. I've never really thought about that before. That's huh.
well,
Yeah.
like think about it. Like that could be a different mindset of why people are sometimes scared of like private lesson situations. And like if you recommend to a teacher, hey, or a student, like, hey, you should take private lessons. Like the any other time they've heard that type of comment, it's because like they're in a situation where they need help to be better, like
Yeah.
instant versus like honing their craft.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's a very big difference. And I think that's sometimes hard. Like when you say like, hey, your students should take private lessons. We really don't have that avenue because we're like a distance from anywhere. But I know that like I've said that to students in the past, and they've been like the parents
Like
have been
what?
taken back. Like, what are they
Yeah.
awful? Are they bad? Do they need private lessons for because they're remediated? I'm like,
well, because when you
no.
say like tutoring, they tutoring is if you're
Right.
behind,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's just a very
I
I've
think almost any you could theorize that almost any fine art is like that. Like if you're really good at dance, I would assume that you would have
Mm.
like a
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
like
they're
a
in a dance studio and yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
or even like theater. If you're like very you excel at theater, I would assume that you would have some sort of like private coaching opportunity.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying.
But but almost everywhere else other than those like specialties and honing skills, it's like you need extra help because you are awful. And that's not what we want.
Maybe the don't sell it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't definitely not. So you mentioned DCI. Do you have a DCI story?
Uh, unfortunately, no. I chalked this one up as a young and dumb thing. Um, I started auditioning my junior year of high school, and I pulled out of that. I was a little young, and like I mean, like full transparency. Like at that point in time, like I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna be gone like all summer. Like nope, nope. So I let that go for a little while. And then my freshman year of college, I went to audition for the Blue Stars Drum and Bugle Corps. Um, and went to the first camp. And after like the individual audition, Tom Onks was like the percussion consultant then. You know, he's like, Joe, you have great hands, like great hands, but my vocabulary was very weak. Like on hybrid rudiments, and because it chorus fast moving. So I got a two, and I was like, oh, okay. And like that's fine, whatever, no big deal. And then Nick Angelis was the bass drum tech. Well, I think he was a percussion consultant. It's not fair to call him the bass drum tech. But he pulled me aside and got me playing bass drum. And so I was doing that, which by the way, bass drum and drum corps was one of the most fun things I've ever done. But between the March and April camp, I believe it was the March and April camp, I got hurt. I was on base five. I was out doing one of our video assignments, and I just threw my back out completely.
Well, yeah,
And
it's
it
base
it just
5. Like, why
well,
would you do
yeah,
that to yourself?
man, it was fun. It was so much fun. I loved it. Like I really did. Like I'd done snare all the time before then. I had way more fun doing. And now, granted, it's drum corps. It's a different level, so that probably has something to do with it too. But man, being in the bass line was great. And yeah, so I got hurt and I ended up not doing it. And I just kind of cut my ties with the thought of doing it. Like my back is still weird to this day. Um, and why Joe Walker did not think about doing the front ensemble, I don't know. But here
Yeah.
we are because I was young and I like, I was a snare drummer, duh, duh, duh. whatever. So yeah, here we are. So no, no, I don't really have one. Love it, support it. We love housing core. Like I will always support the activity. But personally, no, that's really the only experience I have with it.
See, and I have for me, it was like I want to do drum corps, but I also wanted to, pay my rent.
Yeah, make money. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, pay rent to do drum corps. And, ultimately I I should have done something, and that would have probably helped our, my career. And you can probably fit, it helps. It
It
definitely
does. Yeah.
helps. But it's just, for me, it wasn't in the cards. I have a bad back for a completely different reason. Or the similar reason, but with the sousaphone. I mean, I did marching band at Baylor for 5 years. I was one of those guys. And then, high school, and then I played football. So let me see, 4, 5, that's 9 years of carrying a sousaphone plus football.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, my back does not
Dude,
appreciate
the sousaphone is no joke. That that thing, yeah. Like I applaud all of our sousaphone players, man. That's whew.
Yeah, my tuba players will complain like, my shoulder hurts. I'm like, so does mine.
Yes.
Yeah,
To
my
this
sympathy
day.
for you is a little low,
Yeah.
low. Sorry.
Finding a common
Yeah.
thing.
Like you. Oh, do your tuba players like request? Do y'all wear berets for your tuba players?
No. Um, we had them. They didn't like them. So they came. Oh man, this is actually kind of, it's, you kind of applaud like your kids for doing this, and like how can you say no, right? They the tradition started a while ago. They came up, and like all that, there was, I think we normally have four. Some years we have five. So I can't remember how many there were this year. They come up like, Mr. Walker, we would like to not wear berets anymore. Okay, why? They're like, we don't like them. Okay. Do you think that they like their Shakos? And they're like, instead, what if we make a godly band like bandana that we can do like team building. We can build, like we can do this. We can put our names on them. Godly band, make them godly colors. It'll match the uniform. I was like, show me what you can come up with. And they did. I loved them. I was like, okay, fine. All right. So, no, we stopped making them wear berets. It's kind of part of the tuba culture now, that they have this thing that they take, like, again, take ownership of, and they create what they're going to wear, and like kind of make it uniform up there for them.
My tuba players have been asking for years, absolute years, for berets, and I've shot it
Oh,
down.
so it's the opposite.
Yes, I'm like, you don't know what you're asking. You
Yeah.
have no clue what you're asking. Like you have the freedom of a breeze. Like you don't
Yeah.
like.
I don't.
Yeah. Huh.
Man, I haven't even really noticed. Is that still a thing? Do bands like do tuba players still wear berets?
That's a
Do
good
you see?
question.
Some of them still do, not very
I
many.
don't think it's as many as it used
No,
to be.
like I think the number
Yeah,
is like dwindled, but that used to be a huge thing.
Well, some groups, depending on what their show is and what they're wearing, they don't even wear Shakos.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
including some drum corps,
yeah.
they have
You
uniforms.
can't do backflips with a Shako on. I guess you could.
Depends how much height you got.
Some of those show band drum majors do.
True.
So there's not really an excuse there.
I do love a good show band.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just thinking of like Boston.
Yeah,
Like they didn't,
that was such a good
right?
show.
They didn't wear Shakos.
No,
They didn't wear anything.
they wore.
They wore a
something.
uniform. I mean, on their head.
Wow.
Their head.
Dude,
I don't
No,
know. There
I don't
was
know. I don't know what rehearsal you were at, but they
Yeah,
were wearing
well,
something.
if you saw the Blue
There were-
Devils color guard uniforms, you would say
there was some questionable cutouts in those. Boston though had some moments in their show where it's like, oh, okay, that's on the verge of being spicy, but sure.
ooh, spicy. Ooh,
Spicy.
Joe, are you into spicy foods?
I love spicy foods. My stomach doesn't love spicy foods, but so I'm kind of at like a, sometimes my mouth and my brain wins, and then sometimes my brain is like, hey, you need to listen to your stomach tonight.
Yeah. That's the thing about getting older, is that things start to like, you're
Oh
like,
no, nope. Nope,
Like,
that's not it.
yeah, I'm like, like okay, like my I love barbecue. I love barbecue, but
Look,
like,
hold
oh,
on.
I know we're
Before
gonna.
you start
Oh,
talking about this, you already have to realize he's from Missouri.
yeah, I know that's one of the
Okay.
questions that's gonna come up.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
all right, but
Oh
like,
no.
yeah, oh
Oh
yes, sir,
no.
yes, sir. But like, there's only so much barbecue that my body can take before it's like, sir, no, sir, nope, nope, try
You get the
again.
meat
Yeah,
sweats
meat
and
sweat through
yeah.
halfway through my quarter pound of brisket.
Quarter
Uh-huh.
pound.
Yeah, I know. That's what
That's child's play.
I know. I know.
But I
All right, what are your thoughts on Texas barbecue versus the Kansas City barbecue?
Well, okay.
Kansas City.
I think there's a place for both of them. I love Texas barbecue. I really do. And like I've been down here for a decade, 12 years now. Um and I definitely like fallen in love with it. But this so so Becky and I are huge Kansas City Chiefs fans. We have been for a while, just to be fair. But um man, there's this barbecue place in Kansas City. Um and it's actually called Joe's KC Barbecue. And oh my gosh, it's probably some of the best barbecue I've ever had. Um Man, it is just really, 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 really good. But it's like it's super popular. Like everyone goes there. So, is it the novelty of it? Is it like, like what aspect is it like that makes it so great? Like I don't know, but like you pick up a rib and it's like, oh, all right, we'll just go ahead and throw away the bone. And it's man,
So
I don't know.
what is my tray looking like if I'm going to Joe's?
Man, for me, it's the tri-tip, and the ribs. Like those are like I'm a rib person. I love ribs. Um, I like brisket. I do. But it's got to be like excellent brisket. Um, like super tender. I don't want to have to eat it with barbecue sauce. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
no,
if
I feel like if you're putting barbecue sauce on your brisket, you're not doing the brisket right.
I was just gonna say, but like, I think everyone's had brisket where you're like, I need a little bit of like sauce to like, give it a little bit of moisture. And even if it's like moist, did
No,
I just bother anyone?
no,
I
no.
wonder.
I'll have to check the analytics. 10 people just tuned out. Yeah.
If you need that, like I'm out on the brisket. I've had plenty of great brisket, but yeah, no, the tri-tip and the ribs, those are
Are you a pork rib or a beef rib guy?
I love them both.
Okay, I just can't get
Love
behind the
them
beef
both.
rib.
But that's like, correct me if I'm wrong. Pork ribs are a Kansas City thing.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's both a Kansas City thing and like a Memphis thing.
Yeah. Yes.
I can get down on some Memphis barbecue though.
My question for Joe is
Oh,
going to be,
yeah, true.
what is your preferred like Texas barbecue like situation? Like, do you have a Texas barbecue place that you've been to that you love?
I love Hard Eights barbecue. I don't know if y'all have been there or not.
I have
When?
with my sister.
Oh,
I really do. I like Hard Eights barbecue a lot. The one in Stephenville, like the OG, that is my by far favorite one. I've been to the one in Burleson a few times, and it's great, but it's like that original location is just absolutely great. That's probably my favorite barbecue I've had. There was a place up on Magnolia Avenue that I went with my mom one time. Um, and that's Magnolia Avenue in Fort Worth. Anyway, um, but it's like it's in the same spot. It's like it's really the end of Magnolia. There's a new barbecue place there now. That one was really good as well. But I went once. It was years ago, and it lasted for like a year, and then it was gone. But so yeah, I would say probably Hard Eights is great. If you want to send me barbecue recommendations, please do. I'm happy to travel.
Even better than sending, we can collaborate on
yeah.
a barbecue adventure if you want.
I am down.
I mean, we love barbecue.
I
We've
feel
done
like
a lot of
even just
traveling.
take like I've 1,000 times Hellberg. Like we could take Joe to Helberg, and that would be a fun experience.
Yeah. Brian
Okay, I will
said
be there in 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Brian said
They're
he
probably
wasn't
smoking the
yeah, they
briskets right
probably-
now.
Brian said that he wasn't overly impressed with them when he stopped by.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Was it pre-fire or post-fire?
Post fire.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll find out.
I
We
don't
have to go
know.
back.
I like it. And then I mean there's plenty. There's plenty.
Yeah.
There's plenty to go to.
So Joe, would you have a favorite part of the marching arts?
Favorite part? Like, will you expand on that just a little bit more? Like, are you talking about like marching band, drum corps, like what?
Let's
What do you
say
mean?
your high like you're the band you lead. What is your favorite part of the year for that?
Oh man. Um, my favorite part, football games, 1000%. Yeah, football games, absolutely. Um, I'm a big football fan myself, so I enjoy going to the games. But we are kind of known for, like, the Godley band is known for being just loud and cheering and constantly going. Like, we have a ton of spirit, and it's just kind of electrifying. Like, I think I would say football games are probably um my favorite part. Like, just like kind of in that. Now, from, like, the other standpoint, I think I mentioned this earlier, like the marching arts, like, as a whole, just how many people, and band really as a whole, so many people coming together working towards one thing. Like, I just think that's really, really great. And we mentioned this earlier, you know, the fact that they just continually show up, like, I think we can all agree, and everyone listening to this can agree, like, marching band isn't easy. It's fun, it's rewarding, it's hard. You know, 50% of the season is abnormally hot. Like, thank goodness for the weather this year, by the way. Um, but like them continually showing up and learning drill, redoing drill, editing that, learning to move in a different way, like all of that is really, really cool. But like specifically for sure, I love football games. I love, love, love football games. Contests are great. Um, and our band does enjoy contests. Like, they do enjoy going and competing. But football games are just so much fun. They're so much fun. It's the less pressure aspect of it, you know. I think they're great. And you also, you get to figure out and play around with those tweaks, before you get to the contest and, all of that. So yeah, football games. They're just energizing, and like I think Godley is great. Like like our new facilities are wonderful, but like our crowd, like the home crowd, is so supportive. Like that. It's just a totally different experience. I think everyone probably shares a similar experience with their home stadium, but yeah, football games.
Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with football games just because like one just dealing with other people. If I could just have like a football game sometimes that
When no one's there.
just the band and the cheerleaders and the people who actually cheer.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people who sit on their hands sometimes or just like find ways to complain about things. I just like, come on, guys. Like the
Yeah.
man's in the way. Stand up. Like my kids don't sit down. Like it's okay.
Are
Stand up.
you? I think the last time I came to Gatesville, y'all were in the end zone. Are you not in the end zone
No,
anymore?
I petitioned to get us out of the end zone
Okay. Okay.
because I told my admin, I go, well, me and the head coach talked about it. I go, well, if the stands don't seem as full and as packed as they could be. So I'm like, okay, well, let's move the band back in. That'll create, the general admission and the season ticket holders to squish in. I go, coach, whenever we go to an away football game, who brings the energy? He goes with the band. I go, so let's create that situation at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, let's do that. And he was like, that sounds like a great idea. And so we moved. And then I got complaints that like, oh, we can't see the game because the band's always standing up. I'm like, so stand up.
Yes. Have
Like,
energy.
yeah,
Cheer.
yeah, that's one of us, one of us.
Right.
What is
Right.
that dude? I don't know his name. The 55 burgers, 55 fries. That guy. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The comedian. I don't remember his name,
I'm
but
not sure who you're talking about either.
it's like the bit where he's like going through the drive-through and the car in front of him's like, "Oh, I want to pay for the car behind me," and then he drives back around and he
Oh, I know what you're talking
and then
about.
he's like ordering 55 of everything on the menu, and then the lady pulls up behind him or whatever, and he's like, "I'm doing something." That's what it feels like at the football game when like the band is standing and people are like, "We can't see." It's like we're doing something.
Yeah, that's something that for us is because we've been in the end zone for like years.
Yeah.
Years. And so us going back into the stands has been a little bit of a culture shift or a culture
Uh-huh.
shock because they're like the band kids are so loud and rowdy. I'm
My
like, that's the way it
My
should
opinion
be.
on this too though is like if you're a spectator, that's great. Love that for you. But like this football game is not about you as a
Yeah.
spectator. Like this experience is not about your spectator experience. This is
Amen.
this is the student experience. We are here to facilitate that. Like the football players, they're playing the game, that is their experience. The cheerleaders, like dance team, band, like all of that. That is like a student centered activity. So like why are spectators
Don't
getting
cater to the
a
spec.
bit of that?
Yeah.
Right. That's a little bit harsh cuz like surely like yes, our community members very important and we get a lot of support from that, but it's at this who is it about at this point in time, you
Yeah.
know?
Who are you catering to? Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we are very known for being rowdy. We have cheers, we have like, all this stuff, and like, and their kids are loud. Our football crowd, like before the Wilds, like our CTE building was put in, and the stadium was put in, we were in the end zone as well. And like our crowd got to experience us, at all of our away games. Um, and they wanted us to be over by them. They wanted the band to be a part of the experience, the game day experience. So it was like finally, like a really awesome moment when we got moved over and into the stand. And you're right, it's a bit of a change. There's, you know, a positive to being in the end zone is that all those distractions, they're gone. Like there's no one walking up trying to, to sneak their kids like some mozzarella sticks, or whatever, or like, like none of that is there. But the overall game day experience just becomes like super elevated. It's a whole event. It's great. I love it.
So you mentioned you're, a Chiefs fan. So how do you feel about the Travis Kelsey Taylor Swift engagement?
I was going to ask that too.
Oh, um, I mean, I'm fine with it. The dude can love whoever he wants, I mean, it's I I don't like I honestly I don't really have an opinion about it, Um he like I want him to play like great football. Like as long as he plays great football, I mean, you know, go do your
I
thing.
hate I hate to say this. Aren't they last in their division right now?
Probably, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
They've
think
had
they're
one game.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
everyone
and one.
else in the division won the
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Well, we had
Wait, are we gonna say that it's
uh,
Taylor Swift's fault that they're not
No,
gonna
I
play
was
good
not
football?
implying that. I was
a
just
little
implying
a little
that
distracted.
I wasn't even saying that. I was just saying,
Well, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
like there's a time, and they're engaged. Happy for them.
I both ways are annoying. Like the Taylor Swift hate and also like the
The Swifties are
like
real.
well, yeah. I
And
just
they're all Chiefs fans now.
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't really understand the oh,
I
get
don't
Taylor Swift
either.
off the screen. Like who cares about that? Like why are you bothered by them showing her in the suite? They do that to like Jerry Jones when he's having a meltdown cuz he, you know,
Right.
has tanked the team for the last 30 years, but I don't
No,
know. Like who cares one way or another?
I don't know. I think
Yikes.
I think that my wife does feel a certain way about it. Like you know, like she's gotten annoyed, like, oh my gosh, like stop it. But like that's whenever they're playing bad, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, catch the ball. Like, like make some great plays. Like that's really like the whole thing. I mean, it's
I'm sure the Chiefs have made an absurd amount of money off of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Off of
well,
like
do
the
you
publicity
remember
and the follows and stuff like that.
you like there I mean, yeah, no, absolutely. Like the Travis Kelsey jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, they made some money.
You know what
For
would they
sure.
would make so much more money if he would change his last name to Swift and then they sold his jersey with the last name of Swift. They would make millions of dollars.
I
Millions.
Oh my God.
That would be
But
funny.
And then
but
they
then we
would
wouldn't
have
have the Kelsey brothers anymore. But
well,
you're right.
True.
I mean, I think
Jason's not playing football anymore. Give him Barry sacks. Get him back on the field that way.
oh, well,
Do the Chiefs have a
I'm
marching
also
band?
okay with this. No, they have a
Mm,
drum line.
Okay.
I was going to say, and then there's that
The
49ers, the wife of the 49ers player,
Oh, yeah.
Juice Check. She makes all of the jersey like fashion
Yes.
stuff. She would be making that stuff out of jerseys that say Swift. She wouldn't be able to keep up.
No, she wouldn't be able
No.
to. Wow.
Mm.
Oh, corner the market there.
So
So,
free
Joe,
idea.
yeah, I know. So, Joe, what makes small schools special?
Oh, the relationships. And I say that even though like I know everyone does, everyone talks about that, but like here, like in our small schools, you don't just like have that relationship with like your students. Um but like I have a relationship with every single administrator in this district. I can walk into my superintendent's store. I can go see our assistant superintendent in our business office and walk in and like, hi Joe. Um, but then outside of that, like the relationships that we get to build with the community too. Small schools show up. They're there, they're present. So like getting to build these relationships um with your students and their families, like like what they're involved in, like everything that they're doing. I think it's just something truly, truly special. And even, like we're a growing school. But man, I love it. I love it. I love being in a small school, even though it's growing. Man, it's great. Like every performance feels very personal. Because you look out and every single person that's there. I think that that's just something that's truly, truly special that we get to provide and like we get to work with in small schools.
Well, that and like I think being in small schools just different in the aspect that we are able to see a student from the first time that they pick up an instrument to the last time they put an instrument down at a concert.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. There's something truly remarkable about that statement. Yeah,
I think that for a long time I didn't realize that people didn't get that experience because I went to a really tiny school and of course it was like that. I had the same band director from 6th through 12th grade, same head band director. And then even when I taught at a big school, like I still like was involved enough to like where I got to do that. But I like it is totally not really ever clicked with me that like some people don't get to do that.
yeah,
And like I think about like the beginners I have now and like in 7 years like what are they going to be able to do? And it's just it's interesting to me that some people just don't get that experience because I love that. I love that so much. It's like, oh, I taught
yeah.
you in
Me
6th
too.
grade and like now you're in college and like doing cool things. Like that's so cool.
And you're with them every step of the way. Like
Mhm.
it's
yeah.
great. It's so cool.
Because Joe, how long did you say you've been over at Godley?
This is year 12.
Year 12. So like if you think about it and you teach like, some of the beginner classes and you're in charge of the
Actually,
varsity.
actually, I don't.
Oh,
That just happened a few years ago. So with our scheduling and the way it worked out, I we got a director here that he oversees our sixth grade program, and it was like we were trying to get it to where all of our beginner classes were truly homogenous, and um, getting someone like housed at that campus was like the way to make it done, because our sixth grade is not with our middle school; it's its own campus.
Oh,
Yeah. So working out those schedules, it didn't work. So we have a sixth grade director. He doesn't come over to high school. He doesn't work with our high school program, and then I don't teach a beginner class.
I like how you were so shocked about the sixth grade not being housed at the junior high middle school campus.
I mean, we're in
Neither
this.
is
Yeah,
ours.
neither is ours. But
You're like,
like,
oh,
well, like
clutch your pearls.
I'm slightly shocked because Godley's been great about giving facilities to like to grow the growing programs to the growing
Right.
community. I mean, y'all stadium is like state of the art, fantastic. It's super impressive, and so like most places have gone to straight up like middle school versus like junior highs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's in the master plan. We're bursting. Like we are bursting. And I'm gonna take a little bit of time, to talk about this, because it's intriguing to me still, even to this is year 12, right? Um, Whenever I first came into Godly, there were 390 students, I think, in the high school.
Ooh.
390. And like we were 4A by like 4 students, something like that. Like us, Glenrose and Venus, we're always like that 4A bubble it was Region 7 then, but then quickly became Region 30. And now our middle school, which is where our high school was, like we just moved across the parking lot, has 530 students in it. Seventh and eighth grade. And our high school is like 950 or so, something like that. Our sixth grade class is 250, 260. So our capacity over at our middle school is 550. And so those two grades are getting ready, like next year we'll hit capacity of that school. So yeah, like we're there, like the district is trying, like they're trying to do their best to build and like keep up with it. But it's, I mean, it's hard. Ultimately, it's up to the community, and it's funny, like Jose, you've talked about our stadium a couple times. Like, I don't know, like if a lot of people realize this, it's yes, there are seats there, but like that stadium is the wild. It's the Wildcat Innovative Learning Destination, and there are almost 50 classrooms in there. It does like house like our entire CTE program. I mean, it's a really cool space. And like whenever y'all make it up here, like just wait until I give you a tour of that building. It's one of the coolest, like most incredible spaces that we've got, man. It's
Well,
insane.
I thought that was like because when we went there a few years ago, the stadium was still
Mm.
a little bit of a skeleton, just because it was
It was a
starting
lot
to
of a
be.
skeleton,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like you looked up into the press box and you could see like the people. I'm like, that's not safe.
I
But
was one of those people.
yeah. So like and you told me a little bit about it and like the way they did that was super super smart to
I agree. Yeah,
incorporate like the actual like football stadium and the CTE programs together, so that way they were doing both the educational route as well as like the athletic route and being able to
yeah,
house both those things. Like one of the things I think you told me was that technically the culinary arts is connected to the concession stand on the home
that
side. So
that is
they're
correct.
like
Yeah,
that's genius. like, oh, you know what, we have concession stand stuff, we are just going to connect to the, culinary arts, so that way we have everything we need for the concession stand and not
Yeah,
have to worry about it.
it's all multi-use, like we actually don't have a press box. We have classrooms on the fourth floor that are dedicated to like graphic design, the technology, all of that, and a TV studio that on a Friday night, like the office, like the collaboration space, that houses like the controls for the TV studio and all of that stuff now switches over to being used for the football game. But like day to day, it's being used for our TV studio, for our graphic design program, for all of that. So like there's actually not a dedicated press box space. There are classrooms that on Friday night get used to to house people and coaches for the football game.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's very, 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 very smart. So kudos to your admin for
I
coming
have a
up with that.
question. So, Joe, you said you started with 300 and how many students
It's
in
three.
high school?
I actually I keep meaning to ask Jeff because like it's right around 309. You can call it like an even 400
And that
for
was
in our
about
program.
12 years ago.
That was 12 years ago.
How many do you have now? Like in the high
In the high
school?
school,
Mm-hmm.
900 and close to 50.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is crazy, and most of that growth has happened in the last 5 to 6 years. We were hovering around that 450, 550 until about 5-ish years ago, and we've been going up about 100 students. I mean, it's last year we had 800 and oh, I can't remember. I think our principal said that we have gained 127 in
That's
the high
nice.
school from last year to this year.
And there's only so much you can do to keep up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's build this new building tomorrow. Like
Right.
that's just
Tomorrow. Right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
just that's just not going to
It's
happen.
like, yeah, for sure.
So, who are some of the people that have helped you like become the educator you are like now throughout your life?
Oh, early on in my career, Kirk Woolery, was a huge help to me. Whenever I first took over this program, I was like that young hotshot who thought he knew everything. I was way too young to be doing the head director thing. And I was humbled very quickly. And Kirk came in, and helped me so much. Like I owe a lot to Kirk. He was with me like day after day after day, helping out. And then Mark Easton over, he's retired from Granbury High School. I came down on my own, new to Texas, and my uncle was teaching with Mark out in Granbury. Mark kind of took me under his wing. I like my first couple team EAs, TBAs. I hung out with the Granbury staff, and then whenever I, became a head director, he take my texts, take my calls. I went out and watched his program. He came out a few times, helped with rep choices, and like I remember one conversation. I asked Mark. I was like, "Hey, what do you think about like O Manu Mysterium for contests?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, it's a great one if you want to get a 5." And it just like, and that like that was Mark and like his personality, but he like helping me like, Joe, you don't have to play a lyrical piece. At that point of where like the Godly band was, we didn't need to play a lyrical piece. So like, yeah, those two early on in my career helped me a ton. And then Doug Fullwood out of Royce City, Chris McClellan retired from Springtown. We're having him come out now. Both of those, man, they I mean, I probably annoy them at some point in time. It's got to be true, but man, those people have helped me so, so much. And then, um, early in my, again, going back to early in my career, I can with confidence say that every head director in Region 30 helped me at one point or another, whether they know they did or not. Um, they all helped me, whether it was at a clinic and concert like sitting in the director room like grabbing some nachos or whatever and just like, hey, can I talk to you about like this and this, or like, how do you budget for this? Or what do you do? How do you do this? Every single one of them like helped me at one way, shape, or form. Um, just really, really great people. Yeah, all of those people have helped me in so many ways. I mean, Jose, I bounced ideas off of you, like Mark. I mean, there are a ton of people, but those four impacted me. And like, and still to this day, like I can still call on them and they'll come out and help me. But those four have helped me a lot.
Well, we just need that consistent like support system, and I think that a lot of people often forget the weight that a head director carries, whether or not you're a junior high head director or a high school head director.
Hmm.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of weight that and like things that come along with the position that are just like are heavy sometimes. I mean, me as being the head for our high school and you being the head for yours, and overseeing the health of the program and doing a
yeah,
lot of those things. Like you carry that with you, and if something goes wrong, it's on you.
yeah.
It's on me. It's on whoever's in charge of that program, and that like man, that gets tired. I don't know about you. I get
It gets
decision.
tiring. Yeah,
Yeah, I get
yeah.
decision fatigue. I'm
Hmm.
like, nope, I'm done making decisions for right now. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I've had I've said something extremely, extremely similar to that. And, like, and it's someone could come in, I'll be like, nope, like, I'm up here, and they like back out, and I'm like, I'm just kidding. Like, come on, have a seat. What do you need? It's like, but yeah, I mean, you reach a point, like that. It's like, yeah, I mean, what would you say? Question fatigue?
Yeah,
Like,
decision
I like
fatigue. Yeah,
that.
I'm
Yeah,
tired of
decision
making.
fatigue. Yeah,
Alexa really
yeah,
loves it when I hit that point because she asked me, "Well, what do you want for dinner?" I'm like, I don't want to make a decision on
I
that.
don't know where
yes.
you get
The,
the
the
idea that
answer,
I
yeah,
love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would I
yeah.
love?
I don't know.
We're about to fight.
I won't. Mhm.
She's throw it down.
Yeah.
I'll watch from afar.
Well, that's like that's kind of been the joke in the office recently because like we are very fortunate to work together and I get to see her all the time now. But like when we have like a moment, like our new hire Wyatt Reed, we go like, "Mom and Dad are fighting
Yeah.
again."
Yeah, Becky and I have had heard that a couple times whenever we were working together. Yeah.
Corbin literally walked in today and you were saying something sassy and he was like, I think that I am not supposed to be here. I was like, what?
So, speaking of support systems, tell us how you met your wife.
I'm not sure that that one's safe for podcasts. No, um, no. So we met in college, and
At a gathering,
we
yes, 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 at a gathering.
no, well, no, actually, not no, not quite.
Let the
We
man talk, Jose.
Oh, we we're obviously in the same. So Becky was a band director.
Oh,
So we we were in the same profession. So in the same college, like at in school, like in like both in the school of music. And you know what? There was one day, I was in a social fraternity at school, and um we were sitting. We called it lunch crew, like in the student union. We were sitting there and I was like talking with a couple of my buddies, a couple of my fraternity brothers, and Becky walked by, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like I don't know. It was just like an immediate like, "Wow!" Like she is beautiful. And I asked like my friend Nick, I was like, who is that? And he's like, that's Becky Sharp. And I was like she looks like very familiar. And she's like, yeah, she's in the music studio. Like, okay, okay. And then I don't know, like we had a class together. We didn't talk. She did not like me. She did not like me. Um, I and now to be fair, like the way she felt about me was not exactly true. She called me a frat boy douchebag. And now, hey, to be fair, at there was like a couple of years in college where I would have called myself that as well.
You
Uh,
enjoyed the experience.
it was fun. But when I got back in the music department, I just there was an evening. I had some liquid courage, and man, I shot her a Facebook message. And I said something to the effect of, you know, I think you're just so beautiful. I think I said that like 3 times in a row. And I was like, I just thought you should know that. Send. And then the next morning, I was like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. This person who I have barely ever said a word to. Yeah, just sent her that. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. But she replied, and it was like, I think she, it was like, haha, it's okay. And I was like, I'm in. There, she said something to me, and we just kind of started chatting. For, like I just took that as a door, and I walked through it, and here we are. Like I asked her out on a date, and she'll tell you that she was just appeasing me. She was like, "Yeah, I'll date this this frat guy, whatever." And then I mean, I like to think that she found out that I had changed, I had grown up a little bit. Um, but yeah, that's kind of how we met.
So, so did y'all get married when y'all were up in Missouri, or whenever y'all came down here?
So I moved down here first. I was down here, and then after my first year, the summer after my first year, went back up. She was still teaching. She was teaching in Missouri. Went back up, got married, and then she moved down here with me after that.
That's a lot of like love and trust in that.
Dude, seriously, actually, like, no, you're absolutely correct. Um, because man, I was like out of the blue. I was like, hey, I think I want to teach in Texas. And she was like, okay, yeah, I think I can get behind that. And I was like, like that was like going into like my like when I started applying well before that. It wasn't like a surprise. I do surprise her a lot though. I will say that. I'm that's on Joe. But yeah, they're like she was all on board, man. Like she was all on board. Like she's great. Yeah, she's great. So you asked what she's doing now.
Yeah, what is she doing now?
Um, she is in her third year of medical school.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew that Joe's told us this before. This
Yeah,
is
it's just like it's just like when you get really upset at the drum line, and we've talked about this. There's several people who I that we know that have married doctors, and their approach to things has been like, guys, don't argue about the beats. My wife is like saving somebody's
saving
life right
lives.
now, and you're worried about playing clean. Like, let's put this in the scope of reality. Like, all right,
Oh
like,
wow.
like, calm down. We will figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, that's awesome. But yeah, that's the other thing that like I've had conversations with people about, is like finding the support system that is needed for you, and then like turning around and supporting them in the same way.
Hmm.
Um, because only the good Lord knows that I wouldn't be able to do some of the things that I'm able to do if it wasn't for like the support of Alexa. And you probably feel very much the same way with your wife. Is like, you're sitting up at the band hall talking to us right now, and you wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for the support of
Yeah.
your wife.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Does she know?
So, Joe, like, you've talked about being like an educator and some of the mistakes that, you're like, I've made lots of mistakes. What do you feel like some of the mistakes you've made that's made you a better educator?
Um.
You can pick
Hmm.
just one.
Yeah. I honestly I kind of touched on this. Uh. I I would I don't think it's safe to say like I completely failed my first year that I like had the like that I was the head director of this program. Um, but I I didn't ask for help. I didn't do anything. I didn't bring in anyone. I thought I was so cool, you know, because I was like, I'm like 20, I'm 25 years old and I'm the head director of a 4A school in Texas. Like, go Joe. That's not the way it works. Like you're young, you don't know anything. Um, and here's the reason why I say this, is because the fall before, like the year before, um, the godly band got a one and advanced to the area marching contest, and then the year that I directed them, like that next year, they got a three. We got a three, one to three, and then um, I was I was humbled very quickly, and I had my end of year review with my superintendent. And Uh, and I had all this stuff, and I was like, "Here's my plan." Like, please don't fire me. Like, that was it. And he didn't. He's like, "Joe, I trust you. Like, I trust you." And it was a very humbling moment for me. Because I had the support from the administration, but I wasn't doing anything to support myself or the program. Um, so I think it was that conversation with him where he talked about, finding mentors, finding people, finding, like, learn more. You're young, Joe. Like, you're young. You don't know everything right now. What are you gonna do to learn? What are you gonna do to help yourself, get better? Because obviously the students can do it, right? They had just done it before. Um, so I think that was probably like that was the moment that I think impacted me the most, was realizing I don't have all the answers, and it's okay to say I don't know. To find what your weaknesses are and learn. Um yeah, like, that was it. That was it. That was a really hard year. That was
Yeah.
a really hard year.
Well, I tell people all the time, I go, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just happen to stumble my way through certain things. And like, I ask a lot of questions of the people I think that know more than I do. Like this is my 10th year at Gatesville, and this is my 7th year of education. And I'm going like, I still don't know stuff.
Yeah,
Like, how do I
yeah,
teach that flute effectively? Well, let me call so and so over here. Let me call Robin Williamson for that information.
yeah. The
Like
best answer you can give is, "I don't know, but I'll find out."
Yeah.
that happens to me all the time. I'm like, okay, I'm having problems with this. Who do I need to call? Let me look in my book of people who know more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what, like, we talked about that earlier too. Everyone wants to help each other.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to help each
they're gonna
other.
pick up the phone. Like, okay, like prime example. Um, so we're going to a couple contests, and they are an hour and a half away from us. And like, of course, we're one of the smallest bands. So we're going
Right,
down to BOA Austin, and we're at the smallest band at that contest. You know, yeah, one of them. There's two of us that are, and
Mhm.
we're technically 1A in that class, that
right.
contest.
Yeah, yeah,
And I call up one of the other directors that's happened to be at that contest. I'm like, hey, would you be willing to host us for the day? Like after you're done performing? Sure, no problem. Let me check the calendar and check if a gym is available. And like they're they're just willing to do it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
just not because they're doing it for me, but because they're doing it for the kids. Knows. And that's isn't that what we tell the kids? Like, if I know you need the help, I'm gonna do everything I can to get you the help.
Hmm.
Like, if I don't know the answer for you, I'm gonna make someone available to get you that answer. But unfortunately, we are all young and dumb at some point in time, and don't do that
Well,
very
that's
well.
just like being
Yeah.
a good like steward of information.
Yeah.
If I
Do,
don't know, I need to ask somebody that does.
yeah. Do you have any advice for any young band directors or first time head directors?
Ooh. um, Practice what you preach. And this, I guess this is more on the head director side. We tell our students, so much to take care of themselves. We, like, we're going through, we talk about drinking water, stop drinking soda, don't drink energy drinks, um, get great sleep, do all of these things. Um, but I frequently see directors not do that themselves. And our students deserve to have the best versions of ourselves. Like, I mean, they deserve that. Like, they deserve to have the best Joe Walker, the best, Jose Sanchez. Like, they deserve the best versions of their directors. Um, and so I would advise everyone to do that as well. Pick a couple days a week where it's 5 p.m. Shut down the computer, go home. Go home. Maybe take a nap. Go hit some golf balls. Go for a bike ride. Go for a walk. Just get out. and go recharge like on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Go to church, like whatever it is that you do, make sure you dedicate a time, especially in this marching band season that we're in right now. Take time to close down and shut off. Like we scheduled our calendar this year to be a little bit more balanced between evening and morning. And that's our goal on Wednesday for like, and I have that goal for like our entire staff on Wednesday by 5 p.m. Your computer is like staying at the school and you're heading, you are at least on your way home. And then we'll see you again in the morning. That's it. Like take time to recharge. Um, and then I would also recommend, we get really caught up in, um, doing this thing called band, that we can sometimes put our families on the back burner. And I have been guilty of this too. Like I'll say it, like I've been guilty of this too. But like one thing that's in like that we preach here so much is like, families first. And I don't only mean like the godly band family. I mean like your family comes first. And you aren't in control, especially if you're like a freshman, like you're not in control over like what you do or don't do. I'm not going to remove a kid from the program because their parents decided to take them on a week-long cruise whenever we're on October break. I'm, like that's unfortunate. What control did they have over that? Are they going to tell their parents, no, no, Mr. Walker said I have to be on band. Like their family comes first. We work with them on it. We communicate. We don't really like we don't that's an extreme, but like your family comes first. You as the band director, your family comes first as well. Like do everything that you can to make that wedding, to make that performance, to go to that game, to see what you can, because like overall the longevity of your career and your life, you're going to be happier if you have that really great work life balance. If you have that, if you if you this is going to seem like taboo, but maybe you take a personal day and you go on a date. Maybe you take a personal day and you grab your kids and you go to the movies. Like your program is going to be there. Your colleagues are going to have your back. Your principals are going to have your back. Your students are going to appreciate it in the long run if you have a chance to recharge and be the best version of yourself that you can. It's okay to take time for yourself. In the long run, it will ultimately be better for you and your program if you take care of yourself.
I have to give props to our high school principal. She has some of the most fun weekends.
She really does.
Like she goes to concerts all the time.
She's a big concert.
Oh,
like who did she go see? Like
I don't even. She like really likes like alternative rock.
Yeah, like
right on.
She's been to quite a few concerts. I think she went to
like any of the big touring like rock concerts that come to Texas. She's probably there.
Yeah,
I don't remember who it was that she saw last, but she always posts about it. And I'm like,
she was like this past weekend.
You
like,
go.
I was like, all right.
You have
like definitely the late 90s alternative bands. Like that's her gig.
Yeah, she goes hard on that stuff, and I support her.
See,
either of y'all Lady Gaga fans?
Yes,
like not like I'm not
I
like
mean,
I'm not like a monster. Is that what they say?
I guess.
Yeah, Little Monsters or something like that.
I'm not like a super fan, but like I think Lady Gaga is immensely talented, and I like
her
listening to her
halftime
music.
stuff. Her halftime performance.
She is such an entertainer.
A few years ago,
Yeah,
was like, oh, so good.
My wife is indeed, without a doubt, a Lady Gaga fan. She just went out to Miami recently.
That's cool.
To watch her perform, because like she wasn't doing a Texas portion of her tour, and then wouldn't you know, like a week after she gets back from Miami, Lady Gaga dropped her next portion of the tour, and she's gonna be at Dickies Arena.
So that means she's going again.
Yep.
It's true. This is true. Yes, and actually, her husband will be attending that as well. I do think Lady Gaga is great. She's a wonderful performer.
She's very talented.
See, and like the thing is that Joe is also very not good at like letting the job go sometimes because he has added responsibilities, such as being a region coordinator. So Joe is a region coordinator for Region 30, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So, what is something that you wish people knew more about the responsibilities of a region coordinator?
That we're not, we don't have anything to do with UIL. Honestly,
Real talk.
that's
That's
Okay,
a good
that's a
point.
good one.
that's I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to help. But man, the amount of UIL questions that and I'm sure I can't be the only region coordinator that goes through this. The amount of UIL questions and like, trying to help fix it. It's like we have a UIL executive secretary. Like being a region coordinator, that's TMEA. TMEA and UIL are two different things. Like I can help you with anything auditions and Allstate, but I'm sorry, I can't do anything with that. That's probably it. Like that's the it's yeah, I mean that's gotta be like the number one thing. Also like read your emails thoroughly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Ask
like,
Jose about
yeah. So, Mark Nicholson has left to, a bigger school, which
He's
is
dead to us.
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
cut off. But so
We
John
don't we
tried.
don't speak that name anymore. We just don't speak it.
John
Love you,
tried.
Mark. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, we do love Mark. But John Triver has stepped in as the interim Region 8 coordinator, and I am the vice coordinator. And
Okay.
part of my responsibility is that I've also been the lead band organizer. So I organize the
Oh
band
yeah.
organizers. So like I email all the band organizers. I make sure I have a checklist for them, all this kind of stuff. And I tell you what, nothing upsets me more than like when I'm doing a check-in and people don't respond to my email going like, "Hey, please respond to me if you have made contact with if you have or have not made contact with so and so." And there are some people who just never respond.
Yeah, just silence.
Yeah, and I'm like on the
Well, because they
verge.
don't. A lot of people just don't read their
Yeah,
emails.
and that I like that's
Corbin.
like a pet peeve of mine. And it's just like, just respond. Have you made contact? Yes or no? Yes, I have.
I
How do you need me to support you in this?
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Yeah.
crickets, and it's just like, what are we doing? Just respond.
something I have also realized, and I think that you and I are kind of different on this, and I didn't realize that other people didn't do this until fairly recently. But there's like multiple categories of emails in my brain, and there are some that are just like delete that immediately. Like reserved parking spots at the school, like I'm deleting that as soon as possible. But then there are some that's like, no, like this is actual important information that I need to read or respond to. And some people have a really hard time filtering the difference between those two things.
Yeah.
Like this is a promotional email from the TMEA vendor list or whatever. Like love you guys. I might open it every once in a while, but like most of the time that's being
Mhm.
deleted because it's not relevant. But if it's like, no, I just got this like message and I need to respond to it, that's different. Like categorization here. And
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
people like get bogged down in how many they get because they I don't know. I guess it's like a quantity thing.
No, I have 50. So I have so many little tabs of emails that things go in that I'm like, okay,
Mm.
this is important information. This needs to like I just do that. And if there's an email I move that I know I have to readdress, I write it down next to my computer.
So I have a system too. I found out early on. Like I'm a bubbles person. Like like the notification bubbles. I get really bothered if if there's anything
Uh,
there.
us too.
So it worked perfectly for me because like I do not delete emails. I never, ever, ever with my work email. I
Sure.
never delete emails. Um, just in case.
Yeah.
Because I can be like, no, and I guess no one will probably be able to see that, but like, I can be like, no, look, I like, we sent this, we did this. So like the things that like need to be responded to or whatever, I leave like I may read it and I'm like, okay, I need to address this. And I've always told myself, Jose, that I was gonna do the organization. I just never have. I leave it unread. So like, so that whenever I look, I'm like, oh yeah, like there it is. And if it's either there or it's in like my like reminders app. on my phone, like
Mhm.
that's like it's one of those two things. Because I'm definitely like the kind of person, someone comes ask me for something, and like I tell my staff and the students, I tell everyone, uh like if you ask me to do something and I don't do it right then, or you don't see me write it down, it's not going to happen. Like
Mhm.
that's a
Same way.
weakness. Yeah, like that's a weakness that I have. I accept it. I own it. I communicate it. And that like the kids, like they know, like they do, they know now. They're like they ask me and they're like, Mr. Walker, Mr. Walker, you need to write that down. I'm gonna shoot you a message, okay? And I'm like, perfect, thank you. Like, it's a thing.
Yeah, I tell the kids,
Yeah,
I go, you need to send me an email right now because I'm gonna forget that between where I'm sitting and where that door is.
yeah,
I
yes,
go
amen.
that it's just gonna disappear from my being. So like if it's not written down somewhere, it's gone. Completely
Yeah,
gone.
Through the
yeah.
filtration
Yeah.
systems.
Well, like and I've mentioned this before, we have a shared reminders list within our staff. And so that thing goes off and I see another like number show up on that thing and I start like
Bring cork
convulsing.
grease to
Yeah.
sixth grade.
Like I start
Mm,
convulsing.
That's the one earlier.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just like there's
yeah.
been a
We
few
have
on
like
there that I'm like, oh,
we're like a Google, like we have like all the Google accounts with the school, which I think is pretty common, and like we use chat, like the Google chat, for like our staff, and like I found this year like you've got like a task thing like embedded inside of all that we're exploring. I don't know if I love it yet or not, but like we do like shared, like a shared note, or we have like a running document, for like whenever we meet every week that we put stuff in. But yeah, it's you kind of you got to be organized to get organized, right? And it's like, wait, what do you got to do? Like,
yeah.
try and figure out the best system that works for everyone. Everyone thinks and operates differently, but
Mm-hmm.
So
we do it.
so you've had like a great time at Godly. You've done like just a lot of work there and you've done a lot of growth there. Do you have a favorite memory from being a director?
A favorite memory, man, probably. And I don't want to tie it into like success and like what the students have done, but like I talked about that first year that I was the head director, and we got a 3 at the region marching contest, and I think like a 2 or a 3 like on stage. That next year, um, like whenever the kiddos like earned a 1 again, and they started like seeing that success like kind of start to come around and like buy in and like see it, like that was really special, because it like that first year it hurt a lot. It hurt my pride. It humbled me a lot. Um, but like seeing the kids light up and like start to like understand that they like that there are things out of their control. Like there like because that was a director thing. Like that wasn't a student problem. That was a director problem. So like seeing them like really kind of re-engage in that, that was really, really, really cool. That was really, really special.
Well, Joe, that says a lot about you, honestly. Like that's not where you want to put it, but at the same time, that is where you put it. Because, like, honestly, how many directors or how many people would get kicked by that situation and never bounce back? I mean, that says a lot about you as a person, as your grit, as your realization that, like, okay, I took an L on this, and unfortunately, other people like took the L with me. What can I do to ensure that this will never happen again?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's very kind of you to say,
Well, I
Jose.
mean
I
that
appreciate
well, I
that.
mean, like seriously, like because there are so many people, especially like now that we like things got so weird because of COVID and just like all these
Uh
variations
huh.
of things that it's so easy just to go like, oh, I didn't do the thing, I quit, or all right, I'm out, peace, that kind of stuff. And like
Yeah.
I've talked about this on the pod before, but like the longevity of having someone in the same position for more than like 3 years at a time, you know but like there are so many, especially young directors. I mean, you took over what you said, 25,
Hmm.
that could have turned around and said, "This is your fault. This is the student's fault." Yada yada, and that's not what you did, and that's like a great marker of what a good leader is. So that's something that needs to be celebrated, and I think you need to hear that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It was a trying time for sure, but it's, I think ultimately it all worked out for the better. That's for sure. That's
I
for
mean,
sure.
you're a region coordinator. You're doing great things with your program. You're growing the program along with the growth of the community and the school district, and then also you're now the area coordinator for. Are you the area coordinator for ATSSB now?
I am. Yes, sir.
God, see what I mean? Like, just can't help yourself, man.
I don't mind serving. Like I think it's really important. Like it's important to me to give back to the people that give so much. I mean that's kind of how I became a region coordinator in the first place. Chris McClellan was our region coordinator, like the like for a long time, and then Ross Langdon took over, and then he became a head director. And he's like, I don't want one to give in to the other, and I was like, well, I've been like I had done the head director thing for a little while. I was kind of getting my feet going, and I was like, well, Pat, do you want to do it? Like Errol, Ray, like all these people I looked up to, and they like, they're no, they don't want to. Like, okay, I'll do it. I'll serve. I'll help. It's just, it's, I don't know. It's just, I think it's a way to give back to other people. And as long as they want me to do it, I'll do it. If someone else wants to do it, they can do it too. Like, more power to them.
I mean, and that says a lot. Again, like the servant heart side of things is like really important to what we do, and sometimes people
Yeah.
lose scope of that.
Yeah. I, I would agree. There are some for sure.
So,
Yeah.
well, you have a lot of band responsibilities, but Joe, what do you like to do to unwind and step away from the job?
Ooh, I love going on dates. Um, we don't, I don't get to go very often, but like Becky and I try to go like pick a day, an evening or a Sunday or something. I I love riding motorcycles. Um, and so like one of the new things for us, like earlier this summer, I traded in like I used to ride a sport bike, and I traded it in for a big Harley cruiser, like a big touring bike. And that's probably one of the biggest things we do right now. So we'll just go out for a ride. We'll go down. Just this past weekend, we went down to the San Saba area, like the Colorado state. Oh, I can't remember. I'm not sure. I don't know, a couple hours away. Just go for rides. Just go out, like stop along the way, hang out. I also love golfing. I love golfing. I am terrible at golfing, but man, I love golfing. So it could be like any mixture of those things. I'm pretty much going to be happy. Sometimes I'll just sit and chill, watch TV, but um, yeah, any mixture of those things is important to keep me sane.
Joe, you're like the all American band director. Like,
Rolling up on his
yeah,
Harley.
well, you know what? I have this eagle tattoo, and I ride Harleys,
Just got some
and
great ideas
yeah.
here.
Like he's an all American like band director. Like that is great. I love that. I love that.
Oh man.
So, what's something you wish you could bring back? Like nostalgia, anything from your childhood, just anything.
Oh. Oh man. You know what? Uh, I no, and I don't know. I can't really imagine like there wouldn't really be a way to like bring it back, but like, and maybe some communities do this, but like, do y'all remember like block parties? Did y'all like ever
Yes.
get to
I
like
didn't grow up
Yes.
in a neighborhood, so I don't know what
Yeah,
that's
you
like.
grew up
Mm.
out. Yes.
um I I don't know, like, and I've kind of asked like people around here, like block parties were huge, like when I was growing up, and it seemed like it was everywhere, and like even like moving into tech, like down to Texas. Like I've asked a couple, like, y'all like block parties, or like they, like, no, no, not really. I don't know. That's one thing. And then I don't know. This is now that was I don't know. That was a random thought that just kind of popped in my head. I don't know. I love block party. I love gatherings. I'm a very social person. Like sometimes, like Becky or my mom will say, like, I'm an extroverted extrovert. Like I like being around people. Like we don't even have to be engaged in communication the whole time. I need presence of people. But okay, GoldenEye, the video game, GoldenEye.
Oh, solid choice.
Like
Solid choice.
I
that
never
was
had it.
well, I'm not currently. I like never really was like a super big gamer, but man, GoldenEye, I could play that all day. That
It's a
was the
fun
game.
game.
You bring up block party. So like for me, I was talking about this not too long ago. So where I grew up, we had separate communities out like on the outskirts of my hometown. And because we were all Hispanic, they were all very like Hispanic name. So like the community I live in was called La Colonia, which is the colony. And then the other community was Rancho Chico, the tiny ranch, and then we had Papalote. We had all these small communities. And when we would have like gatherings, that's what it was. It was a block party within our own small communities. Like I love
Mm,
that
That's
stuff.
fun though.
Yeah, what the thing is that part of the reasons these communities were the where they were is because everybody was related.
mm.
So like my grandmother and us
Yeah.
shared the same yard,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
and then
okay.
and then my uncle lived across the street, and my cousin lived across the street.
Huh. It's like literally like one big family.
Yeah, so like whenever we'd have like gatherings, just like shut down the road.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
Right.
what I'm talking about, like you're talking about, like that 4th of July scene from The
Yeah. Amen,
Sandlot.
dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is
Yeah.
prime.
Yeah. We used to do that. Like we would have one of those like every year. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Veterans Day, like man, they were just big. It was awesome. It was just awesome.
I can't really
Yeah.
imagine that.
And I've thought about this. You know what I'd bring back from my childhood?
Beetleborgs.
When I was in junior high and in high school, mostly in junior high, our community would have what would they call barn dances.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, this is the real country. So our show barn, where they had our
Mm-hmm.
county
Yeah.
festival or whatever, or county like show, um, once a month on a Saturday night, um, like a local church would host a dance night, and they were just called the barn dances. And so like we would have a barn dance, and they'd hire a DJ, and it was like a $5 cover. So it was like you're
My
going to the
gosh.
club, except that it was for junior high kids. So when I was in 7th and 8th grade, we'd go to the barn dance once a month.
That's pretty fun.
Barn dances were fun.
I know what I would bring back, and I've been sleeping on this. I don't know why I've ever said it. Bluebell fudge. No, wait. Bluebell banana fudge popsicles.
Yes.
They don't
Ooh.
make those anymore.
Do you like bananas?
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't like bananas, but I like the fake banana. Like
I like
the
fake banana too, like Laffy Taffy.
yeah.
Do you know
Oh yeah.
why that it's that flavor?
I do know why.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Do you want to spill this knowledge?
Because there is a since deceased varietal of banana that flavor is based on.
What?
I don't remember what it's called. I think it's not. Is it Cavendish or is that the banana we eat? I don't know. There's a distinct like. Is it a variety?
I
It's not
think
a
it's a,
species. That's
but it's a variety of
a
banana.
variety of banana that flavor is based on that is like extinct. That's not the right.
So
word, is it?
so it was at one point in time a real flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I see. I want that banana.
Me too.
See, and like that's there's a podcast that we have listened to called Stuff You Should Know, and I think that was
Mhm.
like one of their shorts, or it was in a like a produce episode where they talk about like how the produce industry has changed. It's like what did I drop knowledge on? Oh, like broccoli. You know, like broccoli's not a non-natural occurring vegetable.
No, I did
Yeah,
not.
yeah. They created broccoli. It's created from like cauliflower and another.
Who? What? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
broccoli is not naturally occurring.
Naturally occurring?
Yeah, they
Are
did.
you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we're just making stuff up on this podcast now.
Alexa, fact check them. Fact check them.
Is broccoli real? Like
Broccoli is
chat,
real.
is this
but,
real? Like what
but
am I
it did-
supposed to say? Is broccoli real? Like,
Is broccoli real?
is broccoli real? Yes, broccoli is real.
Yeah.
But it is man-made.
What did we learn in the podcast today? Broccoli is man-made. It was not naturally occurring. Thank you.
Gosh.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
This is too
Yeah, I
much
was
for me.
definitely today years old whenever I learned that.
Yeah.
I thought you were making stuff
No,
up.
I wasn't making stuff up. I don't always make stuff up.
Not always.
All right.
So, Joe, if it wasn't band, what would it have been?
Oh, well, the 2 years that I was not studying band in college, I was studying criminology. I wanted to like go through commission into the MP Corps or military intelligence and do something that route. And then, but I mean, I like to say law school. That's something that has always intrigued me, but I definitely I know this about myself. I don't have the discipline side of like school to have been able to accomplish that. Like maybe, I don't know, but man, I didn't like school. I don't like school.
Same.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And now we spend our whole entire life in it.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I get it. Joe, do you have a guilty pleasure TV show?
Yeah, Below Deck.
Wow.
I would really like to watch Below Deck, and I've never watched it.
Wow. I've watched
You have?
hold on. So I am really horrible about this. I watch things on like Facebook
You
Reels,
are very bad
like
about
TV shows, like
Okay, I understand now.
whole snippets of that.
Yeah.
And I have watched a lot of Below Deck on my Facebook
Who
Reels.
are you? Who even are you? You coming out here with the
Who
broccoli
are you?
thing? The Below Deck? Not like what? Who?
Yeah, like, dude, but yeah, Below Deck is 100% it. I've seen them all. I've seen them all. I've seen every episode. That is like absolute, because it's so easy, like you don't have to be invested in it. You don't have to like, yeah, you just put it on. You can just veg. You can just enjoy it. I love it. Like that and Suits. Those are probably like my two favorite. Like, just I can put it on and watch it at any point in time.
I feel like I'm gonna have to start watching it now. Joe,
You should. You give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I mean, I liked it when the things that I watched.
Okay, maybe we'll watch it together.
Okay, well, we said that about The West Wing, and
We said that about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives too. and look how
True.
that went.
Yeah, but we watched the first episode, and I was like, nah.
There's like multiple seasons.
Yeah, no, I just like
Watched
I'm not
one
that
episode.
invested. Like I can get behind like the sodas. I can get behind that.
Yeah, you're a fan of a
Yeah,
soda.
yeah, I am.
A mixed soda.
Yes, but like the Secret Wives thing, no, thank you.
Yeah, my wife has been watching the what is it? The Real Housewives.
Yes.
Like she just watched, was it Beverly? Yeah, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And like, and it's like, if it was on, she'd be like, we can watch something else, and I'm like, meh. So I guess you can say that's kind of one of them, but definitely not like Below Deck. That
I
thing,
am
like,
so overwhelmed by the Real Housewives universe
yeah,
that I can't even get into it. There's too much. There's too much to learn. There's too many characters. There's too many people. I'm so like intimidated by it. It's like the same thing as like if you come into being a Swiftie late in life. I don't understand how people do that.
yeah,
It's too much. It's too much.
Too much.
Too much information. I can't do it. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
You know that warfare that they do where they just play music really loud for long periods of time on repeat.
Yeah.
You know that type of.
Uh-huh.
I do that to Alexa.
With the Taylor Swift song.
With Taylor Swift
the Post
songs.
Malone one. What is it called?
Yeah, I can't
I don't even
remember.
know what it's
Wait,
called.
hold on, Jose. We probably shouldn't say. Hey, do you know that warfare that we do? I do that to Alexa.
Yeah. They did it. Yeah.
Well, so like sometimes
You know that
I'm ready.
you know that torture that they use.
Well, you go to the doctor. Do you feel safe at home? No. So
I knew exactly what you meant, to be fair.
Yeah. Well,
I
like,
know. Yeah. I was just.
so well, like when sometimes I'm like I'm ready for bed, and like I will go to bed, and Alexa will still be in the living room. I'll just we're an Apple
What is that
family.
song called?
Oh, it was the one that came off of that album.
It's not Midnights, but it's something like that.
But I will play that over our Apple home, and she would just get so mad at me. But I'm like, but she knows it's the cue to come. Like it's time for bed. Oh, what is
I
it?
just
Getting
get
ready
up
to
so
hop
that
in.
you'll stop. How do you not know what it is, and you have to find it so often?
So Fortnite.
This is
Fortnite.
this is a regular occurrence, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
It
great.
happens probably every other night. Probably. Well, there for a while, it was like every night.
Is that the Alexa? It's time to go to bed cue. Like
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. She's like, Sarah. I kind of want to say her name too loud. She'll start playing it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I
You're
get
right.
so mad.
So, all right, Joe, we have some quick fire questions for you. Okay.
Okay.
These quick fire questions are never quick fire. Okay. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
What's a bad habit that you wish you could break?
I feel like I say I feel like a lot. That's probably one of the, especially if I'm like presenting something or do it. Like that's one. I don't know.
I get that.
Oh, biting my nails. Let's say that one. I bite my.
relate.
I'm a nail biter. I'm a nail
Same.
biter.
One, two.
Same. Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, or Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What's one word you want people to associate with you?
Fun.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Do you have a favorite rom-com?
No, I can't say that I do. I watch them, but I don't know that I have a favorite one.
Man, I have several. Toilet paper over or under?
Over.
Okay, good. We can still be friends. Which Twix do you prefer, the left or the right?
Right.
Is a black belt and brown shoes acceptable?
To me, no.
What's your favorite season?
The next one.
Ooh, I do love like fall, because for me right now it's still kind of like summer.
Hey, if I'm in Missouri, it's fall.
Okay.
If I'm in Missouri, it's fall because we actually get a fall. Like it's a beautiful state. But down here, no, Texas doesn't really. You get like what 24, 48 hours of fall and then everything's dead again.
Yeah,
so.
like this week is like, hey, this is what fall could start turning into, and then we're gonna get hot again. Like,
it's going to be hot tomorrow for like the next few days.
So, stop. If you could invent a holiday, what would you celebrate?
If I could invent a holiday, National Hot Dog Day.
Good choice. Okay, if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Let's see. John Williams. Let's see. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, John Williams. Gustav Dudamel. I think he'd be interesting to talk to. And Mallory Thompson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Good choices.
Sousa King or Fillmore?
Oh, Sousa. I'm gonna say Sousa. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite stand tune?
Radioactive.
Worst stand tune?
Hey Baby.
Why does everybody hate Hey Baby?
I don't know.
It's just hard. It's just hard. Like that's really my only thing about it. We put it away for several years. And we're playing it again this year and they're playing it. It's fine. But man, it's hard. It's a toughie. I don't like stand tunes that you have to practice a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get that.
I don't like listening to it.
You don't like listening to Hey Baby? Oh man, that's
don't enjoy it.
Pinnacle march stand tune.
Why?
Yeah.
I love it.
My kids agree with you, Jose. They do. So we brought it back. They've been begging.
Surprised that kids like it so much.
They love it.
I know. I don't get it.
I don't know. As long as it's not Funky Town, we're okay.
You always say that, and I always say no one plays Funky Town anymore.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it.
Joe, do you play Funky Town?
I'm not even familiar with it.
Oh,
No.
no
Oh
funky
man.
town.
All
I'm,
right.
I'm
Well,
assuming the song, right? The song
yes.
Funky
Yeah,
Town.
yeah, it's all it
Yeah,
is.
no. I've never like I
Oh,
don't
there's a
even know if
stand
I've
tune
heard it.
arrangement. Oh man, I'll send it to you at some point in time when you least expect it. But it's it's like it's I hate it. I can't. I cannot listen to it. Blah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite store?
A favorite store? Like
Yes.
just any store?
Any store.
Best Buy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. What's your walk-up song?
All I do is win. Yeah. And it's really just a hype thing, man. I just
No, it
love that
is.
song.
I think mine would be that one song from Eminem and 8 Mile.
Lose yourself.
Lose Yourself.
Lose yourself.
Mom's spaghetti on
Yeah.
my sweater.
Yep. That was
That's
such a
the one.
good. Do you know the story behind that? Like how like
Behind
when
Eminem.
well the 8 Mile bit whenever like he has like that diss off or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen it.
Oh no. We might have to change that.
That's like what my sister watched it, and my parents were like,
Yeah,
"You're not
yeah,
allowed to
you're
watch
not
that."
allowed.
I was probably 20.
Joe, do you know the story behind that?
No, I don't.
So apparently Eminem and the what's the other actor's name? The one that plays
Don't ask me.
the Red Falcon. That plays Falcon in
Who?
Oh my goodness.
You're
gracious.
asking the wrong person.
He plays Falcon in the Avengers. He's the new Captain America.
Oh, I don't,
I don't
know
know
his
his
name.
name.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know he was in 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Learning something new every day.
Red Falcon, Marvel, whatever, whoever. Well, apparently him and Eminem like sat down and they were just chit chatting and yada 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 yada. And so whenever they like he got to know him, when they start doing the diss track part where Eminem's like rapping, like the things that he starts to say that are insulting his character is actually insulting the actor. Because he found out like, oh, he went to private school and his parents are still married and yada yada. You know, it's about actually him.
So he like actually did it. Oh wow.
Yeah. So like that was like the whole entire motivation to it. So like that's a little another nugget of information. If you had a spy code name, what would it be?
I don't know. Man, I don't know. Walker, Texas Ranger.
All right.
Ooh, that's a good
yep,
one.
Yep. You have such like a great last name for like things like that. Have you ever heard like the jazz thing where you switch your first initial and your last initial and that's your jazz name? Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
Wojalker?
Yeah, that would be your jazz name.
Wojalker.
I had a buddy of mine whose name in college, his name was Matt Cunningham. So his jazz name would be Cat Munningham. I was like, that's solid. That's a solid jazz name. Okay. So what's a movie you enjoy quoting the most?
That I enjoy what?
A movie you enjoy quoting the most?
Quoting?
Yes.
I wouldn't probably not a movie. But like I mean Ted Lasso, man, like it's like more I would say like more of a like TV show. There's just a lot of stuff in that I think is just gold.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah.
That is such a good show.
Man, it's the best.
It's so good. Do you have a hidden talent?
Hidden talent?
Yes.
I used to race motorcycles. I don't know if that's like really like a talent, but it started with like bicycles, like BMXing. So I was like pretty serious about that for several years. I could do like a lot of. I could, just to be clear, don't someone roll up with a BMX bike and be like, "Show me." But I used to like I would say I was pretty talented like on like like a BMX bike, and that kind of went on to motorcycles like when I was in college.
That's more than I could do. I like to ride a bike, but I couldn't. The motorcycle thing is just like, ooh, for me. But that's cool.
Scared.
Yeah, that's scary for me. If someone played you in a movie, who would it be?
If someone played me in a movie, like what actor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, where do y'all get these questions? Let's see. Hugh Jackman.
Ooh,
Hugh Jackman.
Which version? Like Les Mis?
Les Mis.
Or like Wolverine? Oklahoma.
Obviously Wolverine. I mean, hello. No, probably. Oh my gosh, what's that movie?
Was he in Australia?
He is Australian.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
is
I've
Australian.
never seen that movie either. With
The
Nicole
Greatest
Kidman, right?
Showman.
Oh,
Greatest
yeah,
Showman.
yeah.
Yeah. Normal Hugh Jackman.
If you could have any fictional character as a best friend, who would it be?
Any fictional character as the best friend. Hermione Granger.
Oh. What's your Patronus?
It's a Thestral.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so which house are you in?
Gryffindor.
All right.
That was such a quick. He had that like ready to go.
Yeah, he sure did. I had that in the bank. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flight.
I would be I'd be afraid of the bugs.
Well,
Just
I ride
wear
a motorcycle. The
sunglasses.
bugs are. Yeah, I ride a motorcycle. The bugs are already a thing. Like so.
Wear a face shield.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could have any one animal, real or fictional, as a pet, what would it be?
A dragon.
What, like how big? Like a big dragon, tiny dragon, Komodo dragon?
You know what? Yep. Toothless.
Toothless. Oh yeah.
To be specific, toothless.
I went a different direction. I went like Targaryen.
Well, I mean that's fine too, but I mean, who doesn't love Toothless? Like, come on.
Toothless is a good companion.
So, have you seen the live action one?
I have.
Okay,
haven't
we haven't yet.
it.
I do love those movies, though.
I loved it. Like, dude, like How to Train Your Dragon is probably like my second favorite movie of all time. Like,
what's your first?
Independence Day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
We watch it every single
Big
year.
Independence
On,
yeah, you can't not.
Yeah,
it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Were y'all so whenever y'all were young, like whenever like they threw the doctor up against the window, did that make you jump?
Oh yeah. That scared the ever loving crap out of me.
It made me jump every time, like every single time, until like I finally got to like high school. I don't know.
It still scares me.
So it's such a good movie. But How to Train Your Dragon, like that is like the soundtrack is so good,
dude. That's it.
It's just all of it's so good.
The Independence Day soundtrack.
We play that
also really good.
Yes, we play it every few years. The soundtrack for How to Train Your Dragon.
I played the baby version last year,
and the kids will talk about it for like the next X amount of years until we play it again.
Yeah. Is that Alexa? Do you play is it the Vincent? Is it Vincent?
I think that's what it was. It starts with like the slow 3/4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know which one. Jose, what do you play?
The O'Reilly version.
O'Reilly. Okay.
I pulled that one out by accident, and I was like,
yeah, because it really does have like the woodwinds go be but up be da dee da da dee da da dee ba dee da da ba da ba ba dee da ba da ba dee da da be da da be da da da, and it actually goes into the whole entire line. But it's a really great arrangement. Yeah. Highly recommend.
Well, so is that baby version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really whoever it is that arranged it. That's a really good one.
I think it is Vincent. I think you're right, because that's what I pulled it out. I wanted to do something like really fun, just like on a tough program, and so I picked that one because it fit.
Yeah,
and it's really not that hard. Like if you can count in 3/4, like it's not that hard.
Yeah, but
it's not hard to put it together.
Counting in 3/4
that's its own task. So Joe, I got one more question for you.
Okay.
Is there a Dairy Queen in your hometown?
There was. Yes.
Okay. What is your Blizzard order?
It is a double Reese's peanut butter cup and cookie dough.
Oh,
that sounds.
You good. Said double.
I did. No, it's double Reese's peanut butter cup and cookie dough. Yep.
The word I would use is decadent.
I love cookie dough.
Yeah, that's my go-to. There is we do have a Dairy Queen in Godley now too, so every now and then I'll grab that. I didn't realize how big of a Texas thing Dairy Queen was until we moved down here, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is like legit. And then I had it, and I was like, oh, this is actually good. Like, this is not what it's like in Missouri. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that.
It's different. Yeah, like most of them are just like very small, tiny little like walk up to the counter. Like I don't
Yeah,
even think
yeah.
the one where I grew up. Like I'm not even sure. Like I'd have to ask my mom. I've been meaning to ask her for 12 years if like it even served like food or if it was just ice cream. Like I can't remember because I never got like a burger or chicken strips there ever.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
Apparently, the tacos are really good there.
Yeah.
At Dairy Queen?
Yeah, apparently.
Huh.
That's Brian's hours.
Yeah, that's like a thing.
Okay, to be updated. I will have to give that a try. Thanks, Brian.
If I go, I'm getting a steak finger basket.
Yeah.
If I'm getting
True.
food, I'm getting steak fingers.
Yeah. Their steak
That's
fingers are real good.
Yeah.
I like steak fingers.
So are their chicken strips. I also think that their chicken strips are really good too.
I will agree with you on that because our children recently got those from Dairy Queen, and I was like, these are underrated.
Yeah,
way better than McDonald's. Way better.
I would agree. I would agree.
And
Yeah,
I don't
way
like
better.
Cane's, and then maybe that's controversial. I don't like Cane's. I don't have.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I don't love.
I think
Cane's.
Cane's is fine.
He said fine.
And this is what I'm going to say. And I said what I said. Dairy Queen's chicken tenders are better than Cane's. And Dairy Queen, that's not Dairy Queen's only, claim to fame, right?
Right.
And they still got better chicken tenders than Cane's.
I just don't think you should, like, whenever we like get Cane's for the kids, they're like, but Mr. Sanchez, the dipping sauce. I'm like,
I
if
think
you
that's
need
why
the
I don't like
sauce-
Cane's is because the soggy box meals that I've had
Yeah.
multiple times.
Well, like, why do you need sauce to have good food?
Well, that's really the only reason why I get Cane's is because of the sauce.
I
And,
like
even
sauce.
even then, like I'm not like I don't know. It's fine. Cane's is fine. It's fine.
I feel
fine.
that like I
It's fine.
like
It's okay.
sauce.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily feel like that's not an instance where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have to have sauce like brisket. I like sauce,
Right.
but that still doesn't make up for the rest of the meal for me. I don't even think that the sauce is that good.
I'm with Alexa on this one. Like
I appreciate you.
No,
I'm
I
with
mean,
it.
yeah. Do you have a favorite dessert? Sorry, I had one more in the
You
bank.
did. You said that was
Homemade chocolate chip cookies.
excellent
That's
answer.
a great standard. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong with chocolate chip cookies. Like, honestly,
No, you can't. Well,
Yeah.
you can.
And my
You can go terribly wrong.
my mom and sister will make this like tiramisu cake that is a lot of work to do. So like that one's like a special treat that like but like seriously like my favorite like just across the board is just a homemade chocolate chip cookie. Yeah.
Toll House, I got you.
That's what my mom bakes those and says that her grandmother name is Elmo. Long story short.
Okay.
But she says that the Toll House like pull apart cookies are Elmo's special recipe because that's
It's on the back.
that's the extent of her baking.
Yeah.
Toll House pull
So-
aparts.
Alexa, I think that's all I got.
I've exhausted everything that I possibly know.
Well, Joe, we thank you for being on the pod. This has been great. This has been fantastic. Do you have any last parting words for our listeners?
No, I just want to say thank you, like both of you, for having me on. You know, it's been really fun listening to this podcast develop, and hearing all your guests. So I'm honored to be on here chatting with y'all. I think it's great what you're doing. Everyone out there, it's a tough time of year. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your kiddos. Remember, it's all about the students and their experiences. The more you focus on what the students are doing and how they are, I think you'll find like the fruits of your labor comes like a much sweeter at that point in time.
Good
Agreed.
knowledge.
Yep.
Good words, Joe. All right. Well, thanks for listening to Band Yap. We'll see you next time. Bye.
We out.